Good Saturday afternoon. We are at Droneberg Field on the campus of Mayville State University for college football. And a beautiful Saturday it's going to be as the Comets play their conference opener against the Dickinson State Bluehawks. We're on KMAV this afternoon. Craig Keating up top the press box. Chris Larson down on the field. Chris, not quite as hot as last night's high school football game that was here, and I think we'll be okay with that. It's going to be pretty breezy, though.
I am okay with it not being as warm as it was last night. Wind is probably going to come into a factor here today as the wind is blowing from, as I look the far side into the near sideline. So it could be a fun night or fun afternoon for football. We'll see if they go to the air a lot today or try and keep it on the ground.
Comets coming off a loss 21-20 to Arizona Christian. We'll talk with Rocky Larson in just a bit on our pregame show, and one thing that I did not remember was that there are 2 games in conference play against Arizona Christian and prior to that Simpson. Those games do not count toward the conference standings as those are crossover conference games. So the conference season starts today. Comets have 6 conference games in front of them as we get ready here this afternoon, 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll take a timeout on KMAV. Back with more after this. Back here at Droneberg Field, campus Mayville State, we get set for football this afternoon. This was originally scheduled to be a 12 noon start time, and the game got moved to 1 p.m. just a couple days ago. I'm not sure the reason behind it, but not the worst thing in the world either, although I wouldn't have minded a noon kickoff either. It would have been all right.
Yeah, that would have been really nice to have a noon kickoff, but alas, here we are. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A little bit lighter of a crowd today than we saw last Saturday, Craig. But still, I was out in the tailgate lot early today. That place is buzzing right now.
Well, there's still a lot of excitement going on with the program. They're 3-2. I know some people would say, they could be 4-1 at least. But, last week it was just a tough second half for the Comets. They had some things that didn't go their way. And you're going to find that in any sport, really, where sometimes the ball doesn't bounce the way you want it to. They had chances with a drop pass, a fumble near the goal line, a penalty that was called that probably shouldn't have been called. But, those things happen sometimes.
Yeah, they do. They do happen. And the thing is you're an NAIA team. It's just, it's the nature of the beast.
It is. Conference play starts today, though. Dickinson State Bluehawks here in town. The Comets trying to erase the memory of last year. Dickinson got them pretty good last year at their place, and the Comets would like to pick up their first win over Dickinson State since 2011.
They would, and tell you what, it's going to have to be a quick start for Mayville State. They're going to have to play very, very tough defense and find a way to the end zone today.
Chris Larson down on the field, Craig Keating on top of the roof here at the Droneberg Field press box. We're going to take a timeout. Rocky Larson joins us on our pregame show next on KMAV. With Rocky Larson, coach of the Mayville State Comets, on our pregame show. Before we talk about last week's game and look to this week, let's just talk about Farmers Bowl. I thought the weather was great, the events were great, the crowds and tailgating was beyond full, and you had to be pretty pleased with how all that went.
Yeah, I think from an overall standpoint of the university, you can't get much better of a day to show off Mayville State, what special we have here, what Dr. Van Horn's built, unbelievable atmosphere for our student athletes to be involved in, people showing up to support these kids. And, when we took over 6 years ago in our first Farmers Bowl, I think we had 4 home or tailgate spots filled. I think there might have been 200 people at the game, and we've come a long way in 6 years, and that's something it's tough in the middle of the year and after a tough loss to take a step back and look at the whole picture, and we've gotten somewhere. People care about Comet football. People care about the product we're putting on the field, and I can't necessarily say that was the case 6 years ago. It was just something, and now we got to find a way to win that football game. There's no question about that, but it's pretty cool to see how far we've come.
Arizona Christian last week, and it was a 21-20 game at halftime, and the second half, you'll probably admit there were points that were left on the table.
Yeah, we left 2 or 3 scores out there again, and that's been the message to the team all week. It doesn't matter who we're playing this week. When we stop beating ourselves, I think we've had 4 drives on the whole year that we've been stopped on where we haven't dropped a pass, or credit or a penalty. So everything is our own doing, and people haven't really stopped us. It's us stopping ourselves or stopping drives, or we're winning time of possession. We're winning all the key things, but the mental mistakes. And eventually, when we get these mental mistakes cleaned up, we'll start turning out yards and the holes are there, the plays are there, we got guys open down the seam, we got guys open on the perimeter, we're getting it to them. We're just silly mistakes that are driving a coach nuts. And I understand it's our first year in the system and we're continuing to learn it and we're getting better at it. But we gotta cut down these mental mistakes. And our defense, unbelievable job the second half, making some halftime adjustments. We went in and completely changed how we were fitting things in the run game and did a nice job with that.
A little bit different for you guys in that, some of your games prior to last week, you were having to try to come from behind in the second half, where this second half, it was very much a stalemate other than you take out a couple of those plays if they go the other way.
Yeah, we catch the wheel down the sideline that would have put us in the red zone, but we have a foot out of bounds. 4th and 13, we throw a seam ball down the middle, don't happen to catch it. Fumbled at the 1, penalty in the end zone. It felt like it was us against us that whole second half, and I went back and looked. There's 9 plays in the second half. If one of them broke our way, we score and win that football game. And again, at the end of the day, you can't have the extra point blocked. We would have played overtime, and I would have taken our chances in overtime. And I think it's important. People that was a playoff team 3 years ago. That's a good football team. That when we sat here last week, I said, I don't know what we're getting. I know they're athletic. I know and they were. Everything that I thought they were, that's a good football team. We can't look into the record. They lost to a Division II team and Dakota State, but they were leading Dakota State. Well, if you looked what Dakota State did, they beat Southern Oregon last week. That's a really good football team we played, and those are the ones that eat you, and they'll eat me for 5 years. That's a game we got to find a way to win, and we have discussed it as a program. We've discussed it as a staff. We talked about it Monday. Haven't talked about it since. We're on to Dickinson. Still Bill Belichick there. You can't dwell on it, but we got to learn from it.
They're also maybe the most balanced team you've seen yet. Not often you see identical number of yards, both passing and rushing.
Yeah, and wasn't expecting. I thought they were gonna, they're a unique offense with people all over the place. Really no positionless football that gave us some trouble in the first half. They got on the perimeter. We blew 2 coverages. We blew the coverage on the wheel. We blew the coverage on the fullback flat. That were big plays, and we did a good job hunkering down and fixing those. And again, a blowing coverage is us beating ourselves. If we're in coverage, those aren't plays. And that's a message. The man in the mirror, right? You look at the man in the mirror, and that's the guy that we got to continue to play. When we start taking care of the man in the mirror, we're going to be a much better football team, a much better football program, and stop worrying about who we're playing and stop worrying about eliminate penalties, eliminate blowing coverages, take care of the football, catch the ball in bounds, don't turn the ball over. Those are things we can control. And once we start doing that, I wouldn't want to play us. But if we continue to do those, I would play us all day. And the message has been about us. And you're going to get sick and tired of me hearing it. If you're sitting in the pregame locker room today or halftime, it's about us. And we're done talking about anyone else. We have to improve at what we can control.
So you have the Blue Hawks today here at home. They're 2-2, which, they've played a couple of quality ranked opponents and 2-game losing streak. So this seems like a game today where both teams are going to be pretty hungry for a W. Yeah,
I don't read into the Blue Hawks are down narrative. Everyone wants to try to spin that the Blue Hawks, they're not. I think they're the 9-time conference champs until someone beats them. And everyone's looking at the record and, this is our year, this is our year. Do we have an opportunity? No question. Every time you step between the lines, anything can happen. That's why you play 60 minutes. Are they still Dickinson State? Yeah. No, they're still really well coached. They still got great quarterback play. They're still going to run the football. They're still going to make it really hard to move the football. They're still going to tackle. The DNA of who they are is the same. Do we have an opportunity? No question we have an opportunity today. But I'm not reading into this narrative that the Blue Hawks are down and this is the worst team. No. They've played 2 really good opponents. They've had their chances to win those games. They didn't. The Carroll game, what a weird game. It starts the game with Dickinson plays 3 offense plays, and then Carroll plays the next 28. That's an uphill battle. They had the ball inside the 15 4 times last week against Montana Western. Didn't score. I think they're probably having the exact same conversation in their locker room as we are. Is when they start taking care of themselves, they're going to be right back to who they are. And but what it could present to ourselves today, here's an unbelievable college football game. And we've told our kids, if we take care of what we can do, I truly think this is the first time in my time here we can take the field and say, hey, we can take this thing to the fourth quarter. We can find a way to keep this thing close and give us a shot in the end. And I think at times we've had to really convince ourselves that as you watch them on tape. You watch them on tape, they're similar to us. They're going to run the ball. They're going to stop the run. We pride ourselves in running the ball, stopping the run. It could be one heck of a football game. I don't see this thing being a 38-7 game like it's been in the past. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 possession game late. That the Comets, we're going to, if we take care of us, we're going to be in this thing till the end. If we don't, it's going to go right back to the way it's probably been the last few. But it's going to come down to penalties, taking care of the football, and no stupid mistakes.
How much of a key is it going to be with that running game to try to limit possessions as much as possible?
I think we had 7 possessions last week.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never played in a college football game where there's 7 possessions. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, how aren't we scoring? Well, you scored on 3 of the 7.
Yeah.
You fumble at the 1 on one of them, and you drop a touchdown. That's 5 of the 7 that we could have scored points on. So we've done a great job limiting possessions. Now, when you limit possessions, you got to capitalize on the possessions you have. You can't take a 14-play drive for 3. Like, we got to score touchdowns. And one thing I talked about a lot. Like, I'm coaching super aggressive. Our staff is like, we're putting it in our kids' hands because of how we're playing the game of football. We call it winning football. Control the clock, control the ball, keep it out of the offense, and find a way to score touchdowns instead of field goals. And we've been okay at it, but we got to be really good at giving our defense a break to let them make the adjustments they need. And we got to be really good at scoring when we get into the red area to be able to put points on the board.
Dickinson State's allowing 253 yards per game passing right now. I know you guys are very much a run-oriented team, but are we going to see a gadget play or something play action when they least expect it?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave it at that?
Yeah. We got some stuff.
Health-wise, I know you guys had a guy or two banged up. How are things right now?
We're good. We're same crew that's, in this new age of coaching football, I've had to really adapt, and I think you and I have talked about it, we're not hitting in practice as much. Our kids are much more fresh. I think it's helping us. There's no proof that it's helping us, but our injuries have been a torn ACL, a broken hand, a torn meniscus. Like, we don't have the bumps and bruises that I'm sure we have them, but we're not missing practice time. We're not missing game time of the normal bumps and bruises that come along with a normal football season. And I think it's a big credit. Credit's the wrong word, but credit to how we practice. We're practicing hard. It's just very little contact with all the contact happening on a Saturday afternoon, So we've done a good job changing and getting where we need to be. But injury-wise, I like where we're at. Our good kids are playing. We got to continue to ride them.
And there's still a lot of conference left, so that's probably the best part is it's all out in front of you, and you control your destiny right now.
Today's first day means anything.
Yeah.
Those 2 non-conference crossover games are to fill your schedule. Your conference openers today, everything's in front of you. If you would have been in our team meeting, we're 5 plays away from being 5-0. We're 5 plays away from being 1-4. Ended right in the middle at 3-2. What are you going to do? It doesn't matter. Like, if you're 5-0 right now, you still better win this week. If you're 1-4, you still better win this week. Like, the preseason's done. The mental mistakes, the whatever you want to call it, you got a 6 games conference schedule in front of you. And I think you would agree, like, man, you lose to Concordia by 10, and we're in that game the whole way. You lose last week. I think it's fair to say we were probably the better team. And you're at the halfway point here at 3-2, and you're discouraged. Boy, I've been here 6 years, and we'd have been doing jumping jacks to be 3-2, and like, holy cow, this is exciting. And this is not a very happy 3-2 football team that we're 3-2. So that's the culture shift that I've been looking for since I've been here is we're done with moral victories. We're done with happy being 3-2. Like, this group is not happy about last week. That ain't a moral victory. There ain't nothing moral victory, but like, we have to be better and we have to find a way to win that game. That's a big culture shift. That's a huge culture shift and means that things are heading in the right direction. And it's not from me, it's from the guys inside the locker room. And our guys Our kids believe we can win this football game today. They believe it. I think at times we put our pants and jersey on and we went through the motions, and I mean, it was 21-0 5 minutes into the game last year. I don't think that'll be the case today.
Best of luck, Rocky.
Can't wait. Should be a fun one. Another great atmosphere here today, and go Comets.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups from ChristianCarsOnline.com. We'll take a look at the defense for Dickinson State. They are 2-2 on the year. They go with Dylan Dahlgren, a 6'3", 240-pound junior, and a D lineman. Wyatt Anderson, 6'2", 275, and a senior. The other D lineman, along with Chase Waters, 6'4", 270, and a sophomore. Shell Osborne, 5'11", 225, and a junior. Linebackers Riley Waters, 6', 220, and a senior. Dalton Tweet, 6'1", 210-pound junior. Nathaniel Gillick, 6'2", 190, and a senior. Cornerbacks are we'll either see Riley Klein or Dominique Carter. We'll also see Chase Sally. Jamin Medlock, a 5'10", 190-pound junior, at a safety, along with Jack Hartman, 6'1", 185, and a senior.
Isaac Thompson.
Dickinson coached by Pete Stanton, assisted by Russell McCarville, Jason Thier, Tobin O'Brien, Nate Masterson, Nate Keys, Khalil Payton, Levi Newell, Coulter Hickok, Christian Banks, Chris Kistler, and Edward Aranda Calixto. Those are the lineups defensively for Dickinson State. I believe we're going to have the national anthem here shortly. See if we can get the Mayville State offense. Comets are 3-2. Aiden Marcuson at quarterback. Jack Simmers and Isaiah Smith out of the slot. Landon Olson at fullback. On the line, you got Isaac Kennedy at left tackle. At left guard is Juan Carlos Martinez. Daniel Suda at center. Isaac Foland will be at right guard. Aaron Gilman at right tackle. Kelby Azure at tight end. Cameron Smith at a wideout. Comets are coached by Rocky Larson in his 6th season, assisted by Jake Latecki, Scott Olson, Jack Mullen, Nick Fleslin, Tim Martin, John O'Grady, Isaac Thompson, Tim Salmon, Thomas Enerson, Andrew Oafs, and Connor Fields.
Here come your Comets!
Mike Carr on the PA. He's about as fired up as you get on those high school nights, Chris Larson. You guys could compete.
I would rather not compete with him, but no, he is fired up, and hopefully that's exactly what the Comets need today for a win against a very good Dickinson State team.
How about this? Pretty imposing. You've got that roster of about 140 guys, and today they're wearing black.
Yeah, well, it's going to get a little warm under that block, but I tell you what, those are sharp jerseys.
Yes, they are.
Very sharp.
Breezy conditions here at Jeromeburg Field.
You know, it's not bad down here in the bowl, but
Ladies and gentlemen, boys
I
and
can
girls,
only imagine what
please
it's like
stand.
upstairs.
Remove all hats and caps and put your
Not
hand
too
over your
bad.
heart.
I'm in a mostly
This
enclosed
is
booth up
America
here.
with a recorded
We had a
version
good chat
of
with
our
Rod
national
Kleiner from KDIX Dickinson. He's down below as well today. We're going to have the national anthem. We'll be right back. Well, we have the national anthem here at Jeromeburg Field. Beautiful day here on this Saturday. Hard to believe it is the 4th of October for as nice as it is out
University
today.
welcomes all student
Isn't that
athletes,
crazy
team
how
officials, and
beautiful it
spectators
is
to
for
today's
today?
contest. As a member
It
of
is,
the
but, you know,
NAIA
there is a
Frontier
chance of rain,
Conference,
and
members are
tomorrow
committed
it's supposed to
the
drop
true
all the way
spirit
down to the
of
upper 50s with a
competition
lot of rain, I
by
think.
being a character.
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting
Core
this game
values
done
that
today
NAIA
because
embraces,
it's
which are
yeah, it's not supposed to be nice tomorrow.
Respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and
It's supposed to be
leadership.
fall. That's what it is.
Right.
Not that it's going to be that bad. It's just going to be fall weather.
To abide by these values,
We've been
creating a
spoiled, there's no doubt.
positive environment In which our
We
student
have.
athletes may participate. Our game officials
Comets
may work,
making their way into the
and you,
sideline,
spectator, may
and we will
enjoy.
have the coin
Thank
toss
you for
coming
your
up here
support.
shortly. Chris will make his way out to midfield and bring us that as well.
Your officials for today's game.
Nice crowd pouring in from the
Referee
tailgate
Dennis
lot
Rigby.
today.
Umpire Corey Peterson. Line judge Andrew Fisher. Head linesman Jason Doctor. Field judge Keith Becker. Side judge Cody Duxer. And back judge Matt Brandvold.
And not surprisingly, tailgating doing very, very well. They've expanded that this year. We're going to have the coin toss coming up at midfield. Captains for both teams will make their way out.
All right. Time for the coin toss.
Mr. Peterson here will be your umpire. And Mr. Newton will be the referee. Let's have a good game. Respect each other on the field and get along well. You are the spokesman. Frontier side is heads. Universal Athlete Awards is tails. Call it, I'll let it drop to the ground.
Heads.
Heads is called. Heads, you won the toss, you know your choices. You want to receive, which way would you like to pick the start to do?
All right, so Dickinson State will receive the kick to start off here, Craig. And we are about set to get underway.
Comets will defend the east end zone as they will kick it off right after this. Dickinson State getting their guys on the field. Mayville State off at the sideline before they get their special teams unit on. We'll get this kicked off maybe a minute or two early here as we're coming up on the top of the hour. This is 105.5 KMAV FM, Mayville, Portland. KMAV.com as well. Craig Keating and Chris Larson from Jerome Field. Beautiful campus, Mayville State University, on a beautiful Saturday in early October.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better afternoon for football. Weather-wise, looks like the rain's going to hold off.
Bryson Heck will be the kicker for the Comets to get this one going. I think maybe they checked the clock and saw they were going to be early, so now they're waiting a moment or two so they can kick off as close to 1 as possible. But the Comets will kick off to Dickinson State. We'll see Hudson Grovem will probably be the quarterback. There are about 2 or 3 options for Dickinson State as far as quarterback goes.
Crowd is loud and proud here at Jerome Field. Let's go, Craig.
You got that right. Heck approaches the football. And this one booted deep and into the end zone for a touchback. No chance for a Dickinson State return. Blue Hawks will have it at the 25. I feel like we're going to be testing the limits of our wireless gear today. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I have a feeling, but that's all right.
So Blue Hawks will get set. It's going to be Jace Freeze at quarterback to get us started. He's a senior. He's going to hand off. Running to the left side is Jackson Simonson, a junior, and he's going to get out to about the back to the line of scrimmage, basically no gain.
Simonson able to get out to the left side, but is met by the Comet defense here. And tell you what, they're coming up big this first play.
And Devin Woods, a great senior defenseman for the Comets, coming up with the stop here on the opening play on offense for the Blue Hawks. Kyle Gunlack is one of the receivers right side. They've also got Kyle Meineke to the right, one receiver far on the left side. Out of the shotgun as they'll hand off. Trying to push straight ahead, 2 yards, maybe 3 yards for Simonson. We'll see where they mark it. I think the 28.
Swallowed up by the Mayville State defense there. Nice job by the Comets. Force them in 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, Dickinson State. So the Blue Hawks, they went with Jace Freeze out of Flasher, North Dakota. 6'2", 195-pound junior to start here at quarterback. They've got 3 different guys that they can put in that spot. Twins right, 1 left, and Freeze, it's a draw out to the 30 to about the 32-yard line before he gets wrapped up.
Stop was made by number 6, Tyson Stagg.
So now we've seen, Craig, that Freeze not only can go to the air, but he can scamper himself, finding that open spot on the left side.
That's a 4-yard pickup for Jace Freeze. And the Blue Hawks are set to punt it away. Isaiah Smith is back to return. That's a low snap, and just able to get rid of it was Ty Nelson. Fair catch at the 30-yard line, and the Comets will take over. So a very quick Dickinson State drive results in a punt.
Isaiah Smith, we saw last week against Arizona Christian able to get a special teams touchdown. Not going to get that today on that fair catch.
Ball be at the 30-yard line. Comets on offense for the first time. 13-12 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless game. Single receiver left side is Cameron Spaeth. Out of a triple option set, and they hand off. Pushing his way is Moses Nuapa.
Number 32, Moses Napua, the ball carrier.
Give him about 3 yards to the 33-yard line.
Gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7 for the
Comets, as we know, Chris, have several options running the football.
They do. Moses Nuapa coming into today with an average of 41 yards game on the ground, so he is a threat.
Spaeth, the lone receiver left. Hand off. Nuapa dives his way for about a yard to the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Comets.
As is Isaiah Smith and Landon Olson. They are leading the 3 leaders for the Comets on the ground today.
And then, of course, you got other options. You've got Jack Simmers, of course. You got Blaine Smith, Darnell Green at times. You run Peyton McGregor. There's several options out there, plus a quarterback spot.
Absolutely.
3rd and 6 for the 34. In motion. They'll give it to Isaiah Smith, the motion man. Gets rid of one defender, but he's going to be brought down for a loss back at about the 31. They'll make it the 32-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard loss in the play and 4th down.
I had a chance to talk to Isaiah Smith after the game last Saturday. Frustrated awfully, obviously, with the loss, but hungry to get back after it this week against Dickinson, knowing it's a whole new season for the Comets with conference play happening.
So 4th and 8, and it'll be Kelby Azure to punt it for the Comets. Cale Gunlack is the return man. This will bounce at the 35. Gunlack at the 26 with it, 30, and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Nice return for Gunlack. They're going to set him up inside the 40 for the first or second series of the day for Dickinson State.
Blue Hawks started their first drive after a touchback at the 25. They will set it down at the 31 to start their second drive on offense. No score, 11:27 to go first quarter. This time they'll go with Hudson Grovem at quarterback as he hands it off, and a spin for Simonson for a 1-yard gain to the 32-yard line.
Hudson Grovem, the 6'1 sophomore from Helena, Montana.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Blue Hawks.
For Dickinson State here.
Ball's at the 32. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Dickinson State. They go twins left, one right. Shotgun set. Grovem the quarterback. Simonson will shift to the other side of the quarterback. There's the snap, looking downfield. Throws right side, in and out of the hands. Incomplete.
Nice defensive coverage there for the Comets.
23 Thompson on the stop.
Anthony Thompson on the stop.
Chase Crockett at tight end was the intended target.
And yes, that is the one and only time I'll mess up and say the Patriots.
All right. 10:24 to go first quarter. 3rd and 9. Grovem out of the shotgun. They're going to spread it out with 4 receivers. Grovem looking downfield, still looking in trouble, and the Comets are going to get him for a sack.
Big defensive sack there for the Comets. That's going to force them into 4th and deep in a punt situation here early, Craig.
Number 11 is
Marcus Johnson, DeAnthony Thompson, among others in there for the Comets to get the quarterback snack, and a loss of 3 yards for the quarterback, Grovem. Here's the punt. Hits the 35 and out of bounds somewhere in the vicinity of the 35-yard line, and the Comets will take over. So twice on offense for Dickinson and no points.
Out of bounds. Comets will take over. 1st and 10. Ball is on their own 35.
Big special teams play there by the Comets. They were trying to get in the face of the punter, couldn't do it. But the punter just gets it away. Mayville State will have the football.
9:39 to go in the first quarter. Comets are back on offense. Comets get lined up here out of their double wing set, their triple option set. They've got Azure set up as a tight end along with Spaeth, and they're going to get wrapped up for a loss. Nuapa -1 to the 34.
Both sides of the ball being defensively smart for Mayville State and Dickinson, catching them in the backfield, forcing losses of yardage and deep dive plays.
So it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll pitch it out on the option play. Darnell Green trying to get to the edge. He's out to the 35, finds him 40, 45 midfield. They're dragging him, or he's dragging the defender rather, and out of bounds for a first down at about the 47 of Dickinson State. A big run there.
Darnell Green with a big run to the right side, got over to the sideline, looked like maybe he was going to have a lot of daylight, but the Dickinson State defense got to him. Nonetheless, we're at the 47-yard line of Dickinson State. The Comets in enemy territory.
Darnell Green, 19-yard carry. Ball at the 47 of the Blue Hawks. In motion was Green on the left end. Now they'll throw a deep pass down the left side. Spaeth reaches up for a 15-10-5 touchdown. Cameron Spaeth and the Comets with a 47-yard strike. And they know that the Blue Hawks can be a little susceptible in the passing game. They've watched the film, and the Comets with a 6-0 lead. 8:35 to go first quarter.
Beautiful pass here to the left side, Craig. It got into the open arms of the defender, or got towards the arms of the defender, but Mayville State to go to the end zone.
Bryson Heck to kick the extra point. Comets make quick work out of a 65-yard drive. 8:35 to go first quarter. Heck will kick it. Lamont the holder. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's 7-0 Mayville State. 8:35 to go first quarter on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Mayville State 7, Dickinson State nothing. 8:35 to go first quarter. The Comets complete a 65-yard drive. And really, Chris, after a 1-yard loss, it was that 19-yard run by Darnell Green, followed by a 47-yard pass as Aiden Marcuson found Cameron Spaeth.
Yeah, that run by Darnell to the right side is the catalyst to that spark. And then they just make their way down to the end zone, and that's big for Mayville State to get on top first and try and sustain the pressure now. For Cameron Spaeth, that's his second touchdown of the year coming into this one. 2 receptions for 52 yards, so a big play there. Aiden Marcuson, last game out, or this season, averaging 20.5 yards per game. Well, passing, that blows that wide open.
Certainly does. 47-yard play for a touchdown, and then Bryson Heck kicking the extra point.
Set to kick off for the Comets, number 15, Bryson Heck.
Bryson Heck will kick it off. This one's a line drive bouncer. That's going to head out of play inside the 10.
Kick goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that went out of bounds right about the 6-yard line.
So an illegal procedure penalty. Blue Hawks, as a result, will get their best starting field position. They'll start their third drive on offense at the 35-yard line with 8:35 to go in the first. So far, we saw Jace Freeze at quarterback on the opening drive for the Blue Hawks. Hudson Grovem on the second drive, and Grovem's back out there. Single receiver right, 2 receivers left, shotgun. Hand off, Simonson up the middle, trying to push his way, and the Comets trying to push back. They'll give him 2 yards on forward progress and blow the play dead at the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Made by number 23, Thompson.
You and I were talking yesterday, Craig. Isn't one of the quarterbacks from Dickinson State, didn't he play at Oregon?
Oregon transfer, but he is hurt, is what I understand, so we have not seen him today. That'd be Marcus Sanders. 2nd and 8. Grovem out of the shotgun. 4 receiver set. Looking, draw play. And he's wrapped up for a very short gain on the play.
Stop made by number 28.
Bryson Pluger, 6'1", 258-pound senior for the Comets on the D-line. He makes the stop on the play for just a 1-yard gain for the quarterback.
This is a defensive line for Mayville State that today is playing very strong and coming together as a cohesive unit.
Trips left this time, one short to the right side on 3rd and 7. Grovem rolls out left side. Grovem looking downfield. He's going to fire a deep ball along the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete as the receiver turned around trying to come up with it. That was intended for Cale Gunlack, but as he turned around, the ball was just behind him.
Number 11, Isaiah Smith, back deep for the Comets.
Mayville State again to go to the Dickinson State to again go to the punt. Isaiah Smith down and inside the 30.
Almost blocked.
Wow.
Good effort there. And the ball is going to be down at about the 30-yard line. Boy, that was close.
Comets take over, 1st and 10. Ball is on their 30-yard line.
6:59 to play in the first quarter. Comets a 7-0 lead, and they're going to be back on offense at the 30-yard line. Dickinson so far, 3 drives ending in a punt. They're going to send Azure out as a receiver wide to the right side. A little different look here on first down. Pass will go to the right side for Simmers as he reaches up for it just out of reach.
Just out of range for Simmers there. Jack Simmers, that is.
10 for the Comets.
Simmers, the leading receiver for the Comets. 3 receptions this year for 61.
Jamin Medlock on the coverage. So Marcuson 1 for 2 passing with a 47-yard touchdown strike. Single receiver right in motion was Simmers. They hand off and go straight ahead with it.
Marcuson on the keeper.
Actually, Marcuson's going to keep the football, but ends up over on the 30-yard line off to the right side. Just so many different ways the Comets can go offensively on the ground.
Yeah, there is. I mean, and they've got literally 4, 5, 6 different guys they can go to. They can try going to the air. This Comet offense, you don't know what you're going to see each set, and that's an advantage for Mayville State.
Comets with a 7-0 lead. Simmers again went in motion. They fake the handoff, pitch it out. On the left side, McGregor, he's going to get out to about the 35-yard line before he gets stopped down there.
McGregor, the ball carrier.
Medlock was in there.
Stop was made by number 48, McCluskey.
Johnny McCluskey also in there defensively for Dickinson State. 4th and 5, and the Comets looks like they're going to go for it here. Trying to see if they can get someone to jump off sides. If not, I expect a punt coming. Look to the sideline. Marcuson takes a moment.
Under 10 on the play clock.
Comets still looking to the sideline. They're not going to get Dickinson to jump. You see a timeout coming here shortly, I think. So the punting unit will come out for Mayville State. They're going to take the delay of game and the 5-yard loss. Not so bad. It takes you back to the 30.
Not a bad play there for Mayville State to take that penalty.
Well, you knew what the Comets were trying to do, see if they could get somebody to jump. Didn't happen, and, it's a chance you take, and not a bad one at all. So now you got 4th and 10 at the 30, and it'll be Kelby Azure on the punting unit. He'll let this one fly to the 30. Gunlack running to his right, being almost got stopped. Now he takes off, and he dives his way past the 40-yard line.
14, Gunlack with the returner.
Nice return there by Gunlack. Finds an opening in the Comet front line and takes advantage of it, goes up the middle near the midfield stripe.
Ball beat the 43-yard line for the Blue Hawks, and this is their best start on offense. Every drive has had a better starting position than the last. They just have not been able to get to midfield. We're going to have a timeout on the field with 5:11 to go in the first quarter. It's Mayville State 7, Dickinson State nothing. Timeout brought to you on KMAV by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. Don't forget to check out KMAV.com for our sports broadcast schedule. Coming up later today at 5 o'clock, it's pregame coverage of NDSU football at Illinois State. 5 o'clock pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff. That can be heard in the Grand Forks area on Q98, 98.5 FM. Then tomorrow it's a full day in the NFL. We'll join the Vikings, the Browns in progress on 99 KMSR, 9:30 after our Savior's Lutheran Church concludes. We'll also have the Texans and the Ravens, followed by the Commanders and the Chargers, all on 99 KMSR, 98.9 FM. Games right here on KMAV tomorrow include the Cowboys and Jets starting at 11:30, the Lions and the Bengals, and the Sunday night game, the Patriots and the Bills. KMAV.com, check out our sports broadcast schedule. First and 10, Blue Hawks from the 43-yard line. 5:11 to go, first quarter. It's 7-0 in favor of Mayville State. Hudson Grovem at quarterback, man in motion. Grovem, he's going to take it himself. Bounces off a tackler and then gets stopped for a loss on the play of about a yard.
45, Marcus Johnson on the stop for the Comets.
Mayville State really firing on all cylinders defensively this afternoon. Early getting to that offense quick.
Hudson Grovem minus 3 yards on the ground thus far. Second and 11. Ball is back at the 42-yard line. Looks like two receivers right side. Meineke and Samaj Clark out of the shotgun. Meineke in motion. Looking downfield. Still looking. And he gets hit out of bounds to the 40-yard line. Devin Woods on the stop. Comets, you could hear they wanted a holding call. Didn't get anything out of it, but it did end up at a 2-yard loss, so I guess you'll take that.
Yeah, you'll take that over anything any day, get him into the deep backfield.
Comets obviously doing a pretty good job as far as the defensive backs. They haven't really been able to find anything to throw to. Comets secondary doing a good job here in the first quarter. Now they got back at quarterback Jace Freeze out of the shotgun with 3 receivers left on 3rd and 13. Freeze looking downfield. He's going to air out a deep ball on a wobbly pass, and it's picked off by Mayville State at the 15-yard line.
That's a huge pick for the Comets heading into the final 3 minutes of this first quarter. Big play by Jones to get the interception.
A.J. Jones gets the pick and a turnover on Dickinson State. That comes with 3:33 to go in the first quarter, and the Comets are back on offense. They're going to be backed up to about the 16-yard line.
Comets take over, 1st and 10. Ball is on their 16-yard line.
First turnover for the Blue Hawks. And for Freeze, that's his first pass attempt, and it goes for an interception. Comets get lined up here on offense, leading 7-0, 3:33 to go in the opening quarter. Marcuson under center, handoff straight ahead. Looks like
32 to
short gain, if anything, for Nuapa. We'll see. Actually, looks like no gain.
They're going to give him a gain of 1 officially.
Yeah, it ended up no gain though, so it's going to be second and practically 10 to go. Nuapa, I've got him for 3 yards on 4 carries in this first quarter. Pitch out to the motion man, Isaiah Smith, bounces off a tackle and a stiff arm, puts the head down, and ends up at about the 18-yard line for a 2-yard gain.
I think Smith was trying to evade the tackle there and get to an open spot down the near sideline. Couldn't. But still gets positive yardage on the play.
It'll be 3rd and 8 here for Mayville State. Spaeth will go wide left. Kelby Azure will be wide right. We see Azure at a tight end, sometimes a receiver, a tackle. In motion again, Isaiah Smith rolling out, looking, screen pass. Caught by Smith at the 12, and he's wrapped up for a loss.
Marcuson's pass to number 11. Smith
brought down by Riley Waters.
Stop for a loss on the play.
Let's see, they will mark that back at the 13-yard line. So that is a 5-yard loss on the completion.
Number 2, Kelby Azure back to punt for the Comets.
2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Mayville State. Kelby Azure to punt it for the Comets.
Back team for the Blue Hawks.
Some personnel changes coming. Comets trying to get everyone in position. Play clock down to 3. Got to snap it. There's the snap. And Azure punts a spiral. At about the 43-yard line on the return, Kill Gunlack. He's out of play at about midfield as he runs into his own man.
14, Gunlack on the return.
So good return. They're actually going to give them a yard beyond midfield. And for the first time today, Dickinson State will be in Comet territory.
Logan on the, taking him out of bounds. Blue Hawks take over 1st and 10. Ball is on the Comet 49-yard line.
90 seconds to go, first quarter. Comets 7-0 lead. Blue Hawks back on offense. This will be their 5th time on offense. They've punted 3 times and thrown an interception. Freeze at quarterback, hands off Simonson, pushing his way up the middle. And a pretty good push there by the Blue Hawks to get him all the way out to the 42-yard line. And a 7-yard gain.
By number 3, Anthony Johnson. Number 97, James Green.
Dickinson State trying to sustain a drive here in the final minute of the first quarter. Trying to get it on the board. Even this up at 7-7.
He's 2nd and 3 for the Blue Hawks. Receiver left, receiver wide right. Handed off, a little bit of a hole, and then it closed up right at the first down marker. Needed 3, he got it. First down, Dickinson State.
Stop was made by number 25, Johnson.
That's their first down. And we have a player down for the Comets. They're going to have to check on Marcus Johnson. So break in the action, 43 seconds to go first quarter. The Comets up 7-0. Blue Hawks just picked up a first down. Looks like he's going to head to the sidelines on his own. And he's jogging, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that just was a cramp or something. I'll watch. Almost goes down coming onto the Comet sideline, but makes it.
So we'll keep it right here as the Blue Hawks are ready to line up. 1st and 10 from the Comet 39. Clock rolling, half minute to go in the opening quarter. Quarterback Jace Freeze with 2 receivers left side. Hands it off for Simonson, finds room to his left, pushes all the way to about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 31, and that's an 8-yard pickup for Jackson Simonson. Puts him at 24 yards on 7 carries.
Makes it 2nd and 2.
That might run out the clock. We'll see. 5 seconds to go. They're trying to hurry up. And they will get the play off. Handed off. Simonson pushes his way, and this looks to be a first down.
Simonson, the ball carrier.
2, maybe 3 yards. Now the Comets saying that they had it. Now, was the whistle blown or not? Was the play stopped?
It looks like it's going to be. I didn't hear a whistle though.
I didn't
before
hear
that
a
play
whistle.
stopped.
I didn't either. That's why I was questioning.
It's like the referee is. They're going to come to. Nope, they're going to call at the end of the first quarter.
We've seen no signal of a change of possession, so we'll assume Dickinson State ball and a first down. We're at the end of 1. ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Mayville State 7, Dickinson State nothing on KMAV. Get ready for the second quarter. Mayville State up 7-0 over Dickinson State. The Blue Hawks will have the football 1st and 10 from the Mayville State 28-yard line.
Craig, that entire first quarter intermission, Rocky Larson lobbying for a change.
Yeah, I still don't think I heard any whistle before there would have been a potential change.
I didn't.
Freeze is going to air it out toward the end zone of the corner. Bobbled, but incomplete.
Number 6.
That was in and out of the hands of Adrian Calderon.
Number 12, Colin Macklin. On the coverage for the Comets. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's look at the numbers for Freeze thus far. Jace Freeze, a quarterback, 0 for 2 with 1 interception. And we're going to get a whistle. What do we got here? We'll reset the play clock, I think is what they want.
Yeah, I believe it's a reset of the play clock to 25.
Get the game clock corrected to 14:45.
Oh, they want to add 11 seconds to the game clock. Oh, the clock continued to run after the incompletion. That also resets the play clock. 2nd and 10, Blue Hawks from the Comet 28. Twins left, one right, shotgun set. Jace Freeze at quarterback, as we've seen him and Grovem both in the quarterback spot for the Blue Hawks. Screen pass, Gunlack at the 30. He stopped immediately for a very short gain. Actually, I think they lost a yard. They did to the 29-yard line. Laquan Macklin with the stop on defense.
Nice stop by the Comet defense there. Brings up 3rd down and 11, 3rd and long.
Rolling out to his right. Freeze fires it, caught, and then pushed out of bounds by Macklin to about the 26-yard line. Samaj Clark gets somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 yards on the completion.
They're officially going to mark that as a 4-yard gain, 4th and 7.
First catch for Samaj Clark.
And, of course, no surprise, they're going for it.
Well, of course, 4th and 7, Comet 26. You're not too far from the red zone. You go for it. 4 receivers set. Freeze looking right. Fires a pass, and it's too high, intended for Cale Gunlack, but incomplete, and the Comets will take over. So another nice stop defensively.
First down for the Comets.
Jace Freeze today, 2 for 5, 2 yards, and 1 pick. First turnover on downs for either team ending a drive here this afternoon. 13:31 to go second quarter. Mayville State 7, Dickinson State nothing, and the Comets are back on offense. They'll have it at their own 26. Comets will get lined up. Under center, Marcuson in motion, Simmers, handoff. Big opening. And all the way out to about the 40-yard line is Moses Nuapa for a first down. That hole opened very, very quickly.
Yeah, that was a quick play. Great play by Mayville State to get the opening.
17 yards on 5 carries for Nuapa. So we approach 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll pitch it out, and Isaiah Smith is going to get stopped for a loss.
Number 11, Isaiah Smith, the ball carrier.
Wyatt Faircloth in there defensively, along with Chase Selly.
11, Wyatt Faircloth.
6-yard loss.
Makes it 2nd and 16.
They've tried that a couple of times. It hasn't worked out.
It has not, so kind of makes me wonder if they're going to go and try and adjust that.
Well, Comets have several tricks in the playbook, I have a feeling.
Absolutely they do.
2nd and 16 from the 34. Spaeth, the lone receiver, wide right. Isaiah Smith out of the right wing in motion. They're going to throw it out for Spaeth. Double covered. He hangs on for a great catch to about the 33-yard line. First down, Mayville State, their 3rd.
Big catch there for Cameron Spaeth. And the Comets gets them into enemy territory with 12 minutes to go in the first half.
On the coverage for the Blue Hawks.
That'll go for 34. Marcuson and Spaeth already have connected for a 47-yard touchdown. Add the 34 to that. Chris, they've got 81 yards between them.
They do, and that's exactly what you want to see in an offense like this.
Simmers in motion. Keeper by Marcuson as Simmers provide a little blocking, and Marcuson is down to about the 26-yard line for a good 6-yard gain for the quarterback. Second time Marcuson's kept the ball for a total of 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Mayville State from the Dickinson 26. 11:22 to go second quarter. The Comets are up 7-0. Look to the sideline. Comets are getting lined up. Play clock is at 16. Marcuson under center. Simmers in motion in the backfield, hand off Nuapa. Good push across the 20 and brought down at the 18-yard line. Actually given the 17-yard line for a 9-yard pickup and another Comet first down.
Mayville State just keeping the yardsticks going here in the first half. As we're under 11 minutes to go, Comets threatening at the 17.
26 yards on the ground for Moses Nuapa. As we approach 10.5 to go in the second quarter, and the Comets are in the red zone. First and 10, 17-yard line. 7-0 Mayville State trying to tack on another touchdown. Simmers in motion left to right. Nuapa takes the handoff. This time the Blue Hawk front line, we're ready for it. And a short gain of about 1.
Stop made by number 53, Osborne. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 for the Comets.
Ball be at the 16-yard line. Comets in the red zone, 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we approach 10 minutes to go before halftime. Comets will be on the road to Valley City State next Saturday. We'll have it for you on KMAV. Nuapa on the handoff again. We'll get to about the 13-yard line. So I'll pick up with 3 more. And we got a Comet that's down on the field. So I'm going to have to check on the player down on the field for Mayville State. I believe that's Daniel Suda, the center, but I'm not positive. Is he? Yeah, that is Suda. And he's hopping off of his right foot, trying to keep the left one in the air. And Suda over the sideline. Nathan Zavaleta will be coming in as the center on this next play. 3rd and 6. Comets have it at the 13-yard line in the red zone. Mayville State looking to the sideline. Simmers at the left slot position. Isaiah Smith at the right. Smith in motion. Fake the handoff. Option play. Keeper by the quarterback to about the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. Not enough for a first, but going to make for an interesting 4th and 1 play coming up here, Chris.
It is, and it makes me wonder here if we're going to be seeing the kicking services come here at 4th and 1 for Mayville State. I would believe that we're going to see them go for it here, though. But I will say Bryson Heck has been over here making some kicks, so we'll see. But we do have timeout on the field.
So breaking the action with a timeout, 9:13 to play. In the first half, 7-0 Comets lead. The Blue Hawks take their first timeout, and it's brought to you on KMAV by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. Dickinson State with the timeout. 9:13 to play. First half, Comets a 7-0 lead, and the Blue Hawks want to talk this over as this is potentially a very big play for both teams. Comets can make it a 2-possession game here in the first half. Obviously, Chris, there's a lot of time left, but if you can keep that momentum going, especially with a home game, and with a team like Dickinson State that, let's just leave it out on the table. The Blue Hawks took it to the Comets last year, and the Comets are trying to get them back and get their first win in a very long time.
Mayville State, if they can get a score here on this drive, that makes a big statement for this offense and this team, and not wanting to fall to Dickinson on their home field and try and tip the momentum back their way in this head-to-head series.
They go for it on 4th and a long one. Nuapa.
Number 32, Napua, the ball carrier.
I don't know if he had enough.
Doesn't look like it.
53, Osborne.
They got stopped for no gain. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and what a stop defensively for the Blue Hawks.
That's big for Pete Stanton and his Dickinson State Blue Hawks. Now they're going to take over at their own 9. They got to go 90 or their own 14.
9-yard line.
Okay, I was right. Their 9-yard line. They got to go 91 yards to do it, but they've got 9 minutes to go here before the half. Which, by the way, we are going to have a special guest up at halftime.
Oh, I can't wait to find out. 9:08 to go before the half. 7-0 Mayville State. 2 receivers left for the Blue Hawks. Still hand off. Simonson finds some room back up the middle and makes his way across the 20-yard line for a first down.
Jackson Simonson, the junior running back from Great Falls, Montana.
First and 10 for the Blue Hawks. Ball
They'll put it right at the 20,
20-yard
so that's an 11-yard gain. 38 yards for Simonson. He's carried the ball 9 times on offense. 8:40 to go in the half. Comets 7-0 lead. Dickinson at their own 20. Twins right, one left. Handoff. Simonson trying to get to the edge. Stiff arm, and he'll be pulled down at about the 24. That'll make it 2nd and 6 for Dickinson State.
23, Thompson.
This is a Mayville State or a Dickinson State team that averages 22 points a game offensively while giving up 26. So right now, as we stand 7-0, they are doing quite well based on their averages defensively.
Play action, caught left side. Clark gets across 40, and then the ball comes free. Was that before or after he was down?
No signal yet, no signal yet.
I think they're going to say he's down. Yep, they are. They're saying that Clark was down. Now, the question is, now we do have replay. I'm sure they're taking a quick look right now to decide whether or not to challenge that. Honestly, Chris, I think he might have been down.
I agree from my vantage point. He looked like he was down.
Blue Hawks ball's on their 44-yard line.
So I'll go for a 20-yard play. Handoff, Simonson pushing to about the 47-yard line for about, they're going to mark it 46, it looks like maybe. So about a 2-yard gain for Simonson. They've been going with Jace Freeze on this drive at quarterback. We've seen Hudson Grovem out there at times as well. And we'll mark it at the 47, so it's a 3-yard carry for Simonson, his 11th, totaling 45. 2nd and 7. Handoff, push, and a big opening there for a first down, and then some inside the 35, and finally brought down.
22, Caleb Rist, the ball carrier.
That is Caleb Rist, a freshman, or no, he's not a freshman. Looking at the wrong spot on my sheet.
There looks like there was a flag.
Rist, a junior running back out of Burlington, North Dakota.
It looked like the field judge.
Sideline warning. So the play will stand. Ball will be at the Comet 33-yard line as it goes for a gain of 20 on the first carry for Rist. Another first down, third of the drive for the Blue Hawks. They started at their own 9. They're at the Comet 33 with under 7 minutes to go in the half. And off to Rist, and he's wrapped up for a loss on the play. And he's brought down by Marcus Johnson, who had come off the field briefly. Had been either hurt or had a cramp or something, but good to see him back out there. Good to see a 2-yard loss on the play.
Big play there as they are in Dickinson State's in Mayville State territory, and Marcus Johnson, that tackle, moves them back behind the line of scrimmage.
7-0 Comets, 6:23 to go first half. Dickinson State 2nd and 12 from the Mayville State 35-yard line. Jace Freeze out of the shotgun. Twins left, one receiver right. Looking, now he's going to throw right side. He's got Clark open for a catch, and he's brought down inside the 20. Good little fake there by Freeze before throwing to his right.
Top for the Comets was by number 5, Tyler Carlson.
17-yard completion to Clark. Clark's got 3 catches for a total of 40 yards. 4 first downs for Dickinson. Pretty efficient drive they've got going. 1st and 10 from the Comet 18. Blue Hawks in the red zone. A trips left. Handoff Simonson trying to run to his right. Comets are going to stop him. And a short gain, maybe a yard to the 17.
Stopped by number 25, Johnson.
Nice play there by the Mayville State defense to give minimal yardage on that play.
46 on the ground today for Jackson Simonson. 5:15 to play in the half. Blue Hawks on the drive here. They are at the 17 of Mayville State, 2nd and 9. Blue Hawks trying to get on the board for the first time today as Mayville State leads at 7-0. Twins left, receiver right. Freeze, hands off. Simonson pushing his way, 15-yard line. He gets stopped there. And actually, I think they marked it at the 16, so only a yard pickup there for Jackson Simonson. Gives him 13 carries for 47 yards on the day.
Makes it 3rd and 8 to the Blue Hawks.
3rd and 8.
Come on, Comet fans. Let the defense here.
Blue Hawks, of course, in 4-down territory at the 16 of the Comets. 4:30 to go, clock rolling, first half. 2 receivers left and 1 right. They're going to air it out to the corner of the end zone, and did he hang on? In bounds is the question. No. It was bobbled. So an incomplete pass. I believe that was Samaj Clark down in the corner, the intended receiver, but it was juggled and didn't have control in bounds, so it will be 4th down.
That was Clark, the intended receiver in the corner.
So with 4:17 to go, second quarter, Comets a 7-0 lead. A big play here, Dickinson State, 4th and 8 from the Mayville State 16-yard line. Calderon, Gunlack, and Meineke, the receivers left side on 4th down. Freeze looking, Freeze in trouble, dancing around, trying to buy his time. Now throws it down the middle of the field. He's got an open man, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Simonson, the running back, caught it in the end zone. Thought maybe we would have had a hold somewhere in there or something. A lot of time for Freeze, but they get the score from 16, and the Comets lead cut to a point. Ty Nelson to kick to try to tie the game. 4:06 to go here in quarter number 2 of play. Kick coming on here shortly. Again, it'll be Ty Nelson. And the kick is up. The kick is good. 4:06 to go before halftime. Mayville State 7, Dickinson State 7 on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Well, it ends up a 16-yard touchdown strike as Jace Freeze found his running back, Jackson Simonson. 16-yard touchdown completion for Dickinson State. That completed a 91-yard drive. And with 4:06 to go in the second quarter, the Comets and the Blue Hawks are tied at 7. Ty Nelson kicked in the extra point. Okay. 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. End over end kick. Taken by Green inside the 10. Up at the 15. Wanted to try a stutter step, but he's going to get stopped there, and the Comets will be on offense. So again, it was a 91-yard drive for the Dickinson State Blue Hawks, and it ended on a 16-yard pass completion. Jackson Simonson making the catch in the end zone on the pass from Jace Freeze. And then the extra point kick by Ty Nelson. So, get a penalty on the receiving team, so the Comets are going to get backed up to the 8-yard line. Comets picking up their second penalty.
So, like it was Dickinson State, Mayville State's going to have to go 92 yards.
And we got 4 minutes on the clock and all their timeouts. Twins right for the Comets. Try hand off. Nothing going here, a yard or two maybe for Nuapa. I give him about 2 to the 10-yard line. Let's take a look at the numbers for Moses Nuapa. I've got him at 10 carries for 32 yards. Second and 8 from the 10. Handed off, Nuapa, and he dives his way to about the 15-yard line for a 5-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 3 for Mayville State.
Dickinson State calls a timeout.
That will be Dickinson State's second timeout of the half. 3:25 to go second quarter. Timeout on KMAV brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. Scores Mayville State 7, Dickinson State 7. Comets pitch it out on 3rd down, and they find Peyton McGregor, runs it all the way out to the 31-yard line for a first down for the Comets.
First and 10 for the Comets on their 31-yard line.
Gain of about 16 on the run. Second carry for McGregor today. He's got 21 yards. 2:55 to go in the second quarter. Comets and Blue Hawks tied at 7. Comets on the drive here. They also will get the football to start the second half. McGregor went in motion briefly. Back to throw. Marcuson down the middle of the field for Kelby Azure. Incomplete.
Marcus's pass for number 2, Kelby Azure. Ball's incomplete.
Good coverage by the cornerback, Chase Selly.
Number 9, Sell on the coverage. Makes it second and 10 for the Comets.
Numbers on Aiden Marcuson at quarterback today. 3 for 5 passing for 76 yards. Second and 10. They'll pitch it out. In trouble is Green. He's way back at the 20, and he's going to get brought down for a massive loss. That's about 10 yards.
Darnell Green, the ball carrier. Stop on the play by number 4, Hartman.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that a loss of 10 on the play as they mark it at the 21 now.
And right now, Dickinson State's done a pretty good job on any pitch play, it seems.
Dickinson takes their final timeout of the first half.
So at 2:30 to go in the second quarter, we're tied at 7. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout. Well, Mayville State is backed up. It's going to be 3rd and 20 from the 21-yard line with 2:30 to go before halftime. Comets and Blue Hawks tied at 7. 2 receivers left side. Azure and Spaeth. They'll pitch it out. Green trying to find some room. Cut back, and he's going to get stopped for a yard. So the Comets will get set to punt here. It'll be 4th and 19. This is going to take us down to the 2-minute timeout. Green picks up a yard on the run, puts him at 10 on 3 carries. So the 2-minute timeout approaching. Our score on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard, 7 Comets and 7 for the Blue Hawks as we're knotted up. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout on the field. 2 minutes to go in the first half. We are tied at 7. And the Comets will be punting to Dickinson State here on 4th and 19 from their own 22-yard line. The Blue Hawks, they're out of timeouts, but they have plenty of clock to work with 2 minutes remaining. First Frontier Conference game in conference play for these teams. Comets will be at Valley City next week. We'll have that for you on KMAV. They'll be back at home 2 weeks from today against Montana State Northern. We'll have that for you as well on KMAV. And then we'll have the November 1st game at home against Dakota State. So we've got 3 more Comet football games for you on the radio here in the 2025 season.
Back to the Blue Hawks, number 14, Cale Gunlick.
Gunlick standing at the 35 to return. Kelby Azure to punt. There's the snap. Azure gets rid of it. This will bounce to the Comet 45 across midfield. Takes a Comet roll across the 45 near the 40-yard line. It'll be down at the Dickinson 41.
Blue Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Ball will be on their 41-yard line.
That takes 11 seconds off the clock, so the Blue Hawks will take over on offense with no timeouts remaining. 1:49 to go in the first half and a 7-7 tie. And again, if the game can stay at 7-all, the Comets getting the ball in the second half could try to take an early lead in the third quarter. Jace Freeze rolling out, pass left side. Clark, did he catch it or is that trapped? I thought that hit the turf. And they're going to move quickly, I think, to try to avoid any possibility of challenge. Going to be about a 6-yard play. 2nd and 4, 3 receivers right. Freeze, short pass left side. The running back with the catch, and he's pushed out of bounds for first down. Simonson coming up with it.
21, Simonson. Stop made by number 23, Thompson.
And they're going to mark that
1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks.
at the 43 of the Comets for a 10-yard play. 1:23 to go. Pass right side and hanging on. They're going to say he was down at about the 40. Yes. Gain of about 3.
Jones on the coverage.
It was caught by Calderon. Back to throw, pass right side, bobbled and then held on, and then pushed out of bounds for a first down. And again, it's Jackson Simonson, the running back, who makes the catch on the play. Comets are going to take a timeout. They're going to set the football at the 27-yard line, so that is a 13-yard completion and the third catch for Jackson Simonson. 58 seconds to go before halftime. Comets and Blue Hawks tied at 7. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout. Timeout called by Mayville State. We're at just about 2 o'clock this afternoon on this beautiful Saturday, October the 4th. You're tuned to 105.5 KMAV FM, Mayville, North Dakota. KMAV.com. Craig Keating and Chris Larson at Droneberg Field, tied at 7. Blue Hawks first and 10 with the Comet 27. 58 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw, and a short dump pass straight ahead, and Simonson down the sideline, 10-5, touchdown. Simonson from 27, the running back takes it in, and the Blue Hawks will take the lead late in the first half at 13-7. That's a 27-yard pass completion, and getting ready to kick the extra point. Once again, it will be Ty Nelson. Kick by Nelson is up, and the kick is good. So with 49 seconds to go before halftime, ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard, Dickinson State 14, Mayville State 7. On the kickoff return, Darnell Green from about the goal line returns it to about the 13. 39 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see what the Comets decide to do here. Do you kneel it down and go into the half, or do you try something on offense?
I mean, you've got 39 seconds left. 2 timeouts. I don't know if you just take the knee and go into the break. We'll see here.
Comets will get the ball to start the second half. They now trail 14-7. It looks like they will do a kneel down. So they're going to kneel down and run out the clock, and that will take us into halftime. So our halftime score on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard is Dickinson State 14, Mayville State 7. We're at halftime, 14-7, Dickinson State, the lead over Mayville State, and we have a special guest here at halftime. Let's go down to the field, and Chris Larson.
Thanks, Craig. Joined now at the halftime break by President Mayville State University, Brian Van Horn. President Van Horn, Comets are down by 2 scores at the half, but been a great day for Mayville State.
Been a great day. We've got a good crowd out here. Our young men are competing really, really well. We were on the, I don't know what was it, Chris, 15-yard line, 10-yard line, and marching. Got to give Dickinson credit. They made a good stop there, but we're moving the ball, and that's why there's 2 halves in a football game.
Want to talk a little bit about what's going on campus, hearing about record enrollment across the state of North Dakota. How is enrollment here at Mayville State?
We're historic in every way this year, Chris. We can't be more thankful. I want to make sure I give credit to our faculty and staff for good work, our enrollment specialists that do that work. We had 1,215 head count, and we're absolutely blew out of the water our full-time equivalent of history.
Obviously, North Dakota University System just named Brent Sanford the commissioner of the university system. I know Brent knows you quite well. I've had a chance to visit with him. Talk about that leadership at the top level and how that's going to impact Mayville State.
Yeah, Brent Sanford will make a great commissioner for the state of North Dakota, education commissioner and higher education. You know, he's worked, obviously, he owned an automobile business. He's an accountant, so he's a great fiduciary responsible person. And he's also been in the legislative body, as you know, as lieutenant governor under the former governor. So we're super excited about it. We believe he'll give us great leadership throughout North Dakota.
Farmers Bowl homecoming last weekend. What a turnout. This place was, and I equate it to probably a high school volleyball game I did. This place was rocky last weekend, but a lot going on here on campus.
It's so excited. We have a great enthusiasm at the university. We always have, but it just continues to grow and grow. We think we had better than 3,400 people here last weekend. And in a city that's right around 2,000, that's about 1.5 to 2 times the size of this community. We had over 5,000 people in the different events. That's really huge for us, Chris.
That is. One project I wanted to make sure we talked about is the Old Main renovation. How's that project coming?
Boy, it's moving right along. We're making great progress on that building. There's surprises at every corner. When you do a renovation, you don't know what's under the plaster or the sheetrock or whatever it may be until you see it. We've had plenty of surprises, but the construction company, PCL, is doing a good job for us, Foss Architecture, and then our own people here on campus as well. We're still on schedule to be done next year.
Absolutely. Last thing I want to talk about, the switch to the Frontier Conference this year. Obviously, it's taking you a little bit further traveling. You went out to Simpson out in California. You brought Arizona Christian here last weekend.
That's right.
As president, I know a lot of that scheduling goes on to your athletic director, Rocky, but as president, how has this change been for Mayville State?
You know what? The Frontier Conference is really, I'm going to use NCAA terms here. The Frontier Conference really is the ACC or the SEC of the NAIA. So it's one of the best conferences in America. At one time, Chris, you probably can tell me, I think there were 5 or 6 football programs in our conference in the top 25. That's unbelievable. It's a great athletic conference. We have a great commissioner as well. The universities we play are solid, and Mayville State's going to compete with every one of them.
Well, President Van Horn, thank you for joining me here on The Half.
Always good to see you, Chris. Thanks for coming back to your alma mater.
You bet. Mayville State and Dickinson. More on the halftime show after this timeout.
Here at halftime, it's Dickinson State 14, Mayville State 7. Let's go through the scoring summary from the first half. Comets get on the board with 8:35 to go in the first quarter. 65-yard drive capped off on a 47-yard pass completion. Cameron Spaeth from Aiden Markison. Bryson Heck kicked the extra point, 7-0 Comets. Blue Hawks on the board, 4:06 to go second quarter, a 91-yard drive. They scored on a 16-yard pass completion from Jackson Simonson from Jace Freeze. And the extra point kick from Ty Nelson made it 7-7. Blue Hawks would score once more, 49 seconds to go in the half. And again, it was Simonson from Freeze, this time 27-yard completion that capped off a 59-yard drive. Nelson kicked the extra point. Our halftime score, Dickinson State 14, Mayville State 7. Unofficials numbers that I have here, Comets 5 first downs, Blue Hawks 10. Comets 13 yards and penalties, Blue Hawks with none. Blue Hawks have 1 turnover as A.J. Jones picked off a pass with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Individual numbers next on our halftime report. Dickinson State leads at 14-7 over the Comets. 14-7 Dickinson State at halftime, leading Mayville State. Here's what I have for unofficial stats at the half. For the Dickinson State Blue Hawks, rushing game for them. Jackson Simonson, 13 carries, 47 yards. Caleb Ariss, 2 carries for 18. Hudson Grovem at quarterback, 4 for -5. And Jace Freeze at quarterback, a carry of 4 yards. Passing for the Blue Hawks, Hudson Grovem 0 for 3. Jace Freeze 10 for 14. 114 yards through the air and 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Receiving in the first half for the Dickinson State Blue Hawks, Cale Gunlack had a reception for a -1 yard. Samaj Clark, 4 catches, 46 yards. Jackson Simonson, 4 catches for 66 yards and a pair of touchdowns receiving. Adrian Calderon had a 3-yard reception. First half for Mayville State unofficially. On the ground, Isaiah Smith, 3 carries for -6 yards. Moses Nuapa, 11 carries, 37 yards. Aiden Markison, 3 for 10 yards. Darnell Green, 3 for 10 yards. Peyton McGregor, 2 carries for 21. Passing for the Comets, Aiden Markison, 3 for 5, 76 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Smith caught a pass for a -5. Cameron Spaeth, 2 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Dickinson State ran for 64 yards as a team. They passed for 114 for a total offense of 178. Blue Hawks 72 on the ground, 76 through the air. Comets 72 on the ground, 76 in the air, 148 total. So Dickinson State is outgained Mayville State on offense, 178 to 148. And the Blue Hawks lead at 14-7. The Comets will get the ball to begin half number 2. We'll continue with more on KMAV after this. And thanks goes out to Mike Carr, who brought up some official stats here to the roof. Official stats have 178 yards for Dickinson, 145 for Mayville. Time of possession, 15:51 for the Blue Hawks to Mayville State's 13:30. Neither team has done well on third down efficiency. Blue Hawks are 0 for 6. Comets 1 of 6 for 17%. On fourth down, Blue Hawks are 1 of 2. Comets 0 of 1. Blue Hawks are 1 of 1 from the red zone. Mayville State 0 of 1. Of course, the Comets, they went for it on a fourth down play and a yard to go, and they unfortunately could not get the first down on that play, on that drive, and it came to an end. So here at halftime, 14-7, Dickinson State has the lead over Mayville State. We'll be back with more after this. Dickinson State leads Mayville State 14-7 at halftime. A little bit of time left here before we get ready for the second half, and all in all, pretty close first half contested between these two teams. One thing you had mentioned with President Van Horn in your interview, Chris, and also had alluded to before the previous break, but the Comets, they very nearly had a score maybe in the first half. They got down to a 4th and 1 in the red zone, but got stopped there. And Dickinson, a couple of late touchdowns, and that's been the difference. But it's been a good first half, and hopefully it carries over to a good second half.
It has really been a good first half. Jace Freeze for Dickinson State with a pair of passing touchdowns to Jackson Simon. That connection is a connection that Coach Rocky Larson, I'm sure this Comet defense talked about in that halftime break, how they can adapt their play calling to account for that dangerous duo here in this second half.
In fact, Jackson Simonson ran the ball 13 times for 47 yards by my count, but at that point, he had not yet had a pass thrown to him, and all of a sudden, he catches 4 of them, including 2 touchdowns.
And the longest of them of that 32-yarder here with 49 seconds to go. 32 of his 66 yards in that one single play.
That's been the difference. Dickinson State up 14-7. The Comets had a 7-0 lead going until 4:06 to go in quarter number 2, and the Blue Hawks scoring 2 touchdowns in the last 4:06. But the Comets will get the ball to start the second half, and chance to see if they can set the tone offensively, tie the game up, and then see what happens from there.
I would say that Mayville State, they're going to look at the services of Moses Nuapa, Peyton McGregor, and Darnell Green here on the ground, as they are only 3 of 5 passing for 76 yards. But those 76 yards came into the hands of Lathan King at 47 yards, 34 for Cameron Spaeth. So the Comets are showing that they can do things through the air, but their bread and butter is that ground game, and they're showing it again today.
There are guys who have not yet carried the football. We haven't seen Jack Simmers or Blaine Smith or some of those guys, with any carries today, and it kind of makes you wonder, would we see some of that in the second half? Will you start to see some different looks? Will you maybe see a trick play and a pass or something?
Well, and that's the thing. You've got those kids that you just named. They haven't touched the football yet here on the offensive side of the ball. So it kind of, it alludes to the fact that did Rocky Larson, was that a purposeful move to get him into that second half? Because now they've got 2 quarters to play with. Granted, they're only down by 7 points, but a lot can happen in these 2 quarters down the stretch.
14-7 Dickinson State leading Mayville State. We'll have the second half next on KMAV. 15 minutes on the clock. We get ready for the third quarter. Dickinson State leading Mayville State 14-7 as the Blue Hawks will kick it off to the Comets to begin the third quarter. Chris has moved to the 30-yard line toward the east side of the field. He was a west sider before.
Back to you for the Comets, number 11, Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah Smith back for the Comets, as well as number 18, Darnell Green. They are right at about the 70-yard line for Mayville State on this return.
Let's go see the kick. Hey, don't leave early. Hey, need one, Black. Need one right now, Black.
For the Blue Sox, Quinn Kelpin on the kickoff.
Black. Let's go.
As he approaches the football, end over end kick. Green at the 10. He'll run it up to the 15-yard line. He's met at about the 18, and the Comets will start there.
Number 32, Ty Lutzen on the stop for the Blue Hawks.
Nice play there by Lutzen for the stop for Dickinson State. Comets will have it first and 10 at their 20 with 3 seconds gone in the second half.
The Comets make their way offensively onto the field, trailing by 7. Simmers and Isaiah Smith are the slot backs. They've got Azure and Spaeth to the right side. Play action. Down the middle of the field, Marcuson on double coverage. It's picked off. Double coverage around Spaeth. Chase Selly on the interception for Dickinson State.
Tough start for the Comets offensively here in the second half with that interception.
First turnover for Mayville State. Each team now has a pick. Passing wise, Aiden Marcuson 3 for 6. 76 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And Dickinson State on the football from their own 44-yard line. 14:50 to go in the third quarter. Twins right, one left, handoff. Simonson wrapped up for no gain.
It's going to be critical here for Mayville State to get the stops on defense to get the ball back here in the third quarter.
Linebacker Rashawn Thomas, 5'10", 219-pound sophomore in there on the defensive stop. No gain on the play. 14 carries, 47 yards unofficially for Jackson Simonson. Second and 10 for the Blue Hawks. 44-yard line. Twins left, one receiver right. Jace Freeze at quarterback from the shotgun. Hands off for Simonson, splits the defense, gets across midfield, and drags a man to the 45-yard line for Blue Hawks first down, gain of 11.
Dickinson State with a little bit of momentum here to start the third quarter. They ended with that momentum in the second. They carried it over here to the third.
13:45, third quarter of play. First and 10, Blue Hawks, Comet 45-yard line. Receiver right, Twins left. Freeze again out of the shotgun. Hands off, Simonson. Got met early, I believe by Thomas, but then made a little bit of a push through to about the, well, looks like they'll only give him one to the 44. Gain of about 1. Second and 9 here for Dickinson State. Twins left, one right again. Freeze rolling out left side. Throws it down the sideline. In and out of the hands of Cameron. Kale Gunlack, rather.
Number 6, Tyson Stagg on the coverage for the Comets. Makes it 3rd and 9 for the Blue Hawks.
3rd and 9. Look at the numbers on Jace Freeze. He is now 10 for 15, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. Also has an interception. 3rd and 9. 3 receivers left this time on 3rd and 9 from the Comet 44. Freeze onto the shotgun. He'll take the snap, rolls out to his left. Has time, fires down the sideline. Picked off by Mayville State. Out at the 27, 28-yard line, out to the 40, and to midfield, and down around the 45-yard line as that was picked off by Laquan Macklin. That went through the hands of a Blue Hawk and was caught by Macklin on the pick.
That was a huge pick for Mayville State. And the sideline is absolutely on fire here now as they get the ball. 1st and 10 on the Blue Hawk 43.
Second interception thrown by Jace Freeze today. So 2 turnovers today for Dickinson, 1 turnover for Mayville State, and the Comets have excellent field position. They're going to have it at the Dickinson 43-yard line with 12:47 to go in the third quarter. Now a chance to try to pick up a little momentum here with the Comets down 14-7. Isaiah Smith on the slot in motion, play action. Pass deep right side down the field. Incomplete, intended for Spaeth. I think it went off a helmet.
Yeah, it went right off a helmet into the ground.
Marcuson today, 3 for 7, 76 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 2nd and 10 for Mayville State from the Dickinson 43-yard line. 12:40 to go in the third quarter. Spaeth will be the receiver left, Kelby Azure right. In motion from the slot is Green as they hand off to the right side. And Blaine Smith to about the 40-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
We said at the half, were we possibly going to see Blaine Smith here get smashed in the second half? And you saw right there that run to make it 3rd and 7.
Ball at the Dickinson 40-yard line. Comets will line up. 12:13 to go in the third quarter. Azure and Spaeth are the receivers. Azure to the right, Spaeth left. Green in motion in the backfield. A handoff for Nuwapa as he dives his way for about a 3-yard gain.
Number 32.
Not enough for a first.
Moses Nuwapa keeps going on the ground there. He's really been trying to expose the holes by the Dickinson State D.
Makes it
I've got him at 40 yards even on 12 carries this afternoon. Comets are going to have 4th and 4 from the 37 of the Blue Hawks. 11:41 to go third quarter, and the Comets trailing by a touchdown. 14-7 our score. Comets going for it on 4th and 4. Option play, they'll pitch it out. Isaiah Smith looking for room. He's at the 40, stiff arm, out of bounds near the 35, and that's going to be a face mask.
Flying on the play.
We got a face mask at the end of the play, it looks like. Which they would not have had enough otherwise for a first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 9, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
So it'll be a 2-yard run for Isaiah Smith, which would not have been enough for a first, but then the face mask 15-yard penalty on the Blue Hawks gives Mayville State the first down. That's their 7th. So the Comet drive continues. They are at the 20. 1st and 10 Mayville State. 2 receivers right. Handoff Nuwapa dimes his way ahead for about 2 yards to the 18. Comets will have it 2nd and 8 at the 18 as they're in the red zone, trailing by 7.
7 Waters. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 for the Comets.
13 carries for Moses Nuwapa, 42 yards. 10:50 to go, third quarter. 2nd and 8 play ahead for the Comets. They trail by 7 at 14-7. Isaiah Smith on the end around play. 15-10, 5 stiff arm into the end zone for a touchdown. 18-yard touchdown for Isaiah Smith, and the Comets are within a point at 14-13. 10:37 to play in the third quarter.
That was a big boost to the Mayville State fans, and the Comets is now, they're going to go and try to equalize
15,
this matchup.
On for the point after attempt.
Isaiah Smith from 18 yards. And now Bryson Heck to kick the extra point and try to knot it up. Dylan Lamont is the holder. And the right-footed boot from Heck splits the uprights.
Kick is good.
We are tied. 10:37 to play in the third quarter. ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Mayville State 14, Dickinson State 14. We'll have more after this timeout on KMAV.
Back to Jeromeburg Field here in Mayville. Chris Larson, Craig Keating, and we have a game that has gone final in the Frontier Conference in Valley City. An upset as 0-4 Rocky Mountain has defeated 3-1 Valley City State 31-21. The Comets will go to Valley City next week. And Craig, the momentum turning back to the Mayville State side, and that should be a fun matchup next week in Valley City.
Definitely looking forward to that. Always a great rivalry matchup between Mayville State and Valley City State, and there'd be nothing better than getting a win at Valley City on their field.
Yeah, it was 21-14 at the half in favor of Rocky Mountain. They had the lead all the way from the beginning, so a big win there for Rocky Mountain, getting their first of the year.
14-all. We are tied with 10:37 to go in the third quarter. The Comets complete a shortened field 43-yard drive after that interception and return by Laquan Macklin. So the Comets with a 43-yard drive, they get an 18-yard touchdown run out of Isaiah Smith, and Bryson Heck kicked the extra point. Tie game, 10:37 to go here, third quarter, and the Comets will kick it off.
The Comets, number 15, Bryson Heck. Back for the Blue Hawks, number 6, Aiden Calderon. And number 5, Will Smith.
So Bryson Heck will kick it off here for the Comets. Line drive caught at the 29. Return it out toward the far side of the field, the 40, and near the 45-yard line. Nice return for Dickinson.
Great return for the Blue Hawks. Puts them into good field position here to take over after that Isaiah Smith touchdown.
Stop was made by number 5, Xavier
That was
Carlson.
Dawson Zuroff, 6'2", 205-pound senior
Blue
from
Hawks take
Beulah,
over
North
for
Dakota on
10.
the return.
Ball's on their 45-yard line.
Blue Hawks will have it at their own 45.
Turning into a beautiful afternoon here at Jeromeburg Field.
First and 10, 45-yard line for the Blue Hawks. Out of the gun, it's once again Jace Freeze. And they'll come around from the left side of the right on the run to about the 48-yard line. First carry by Calderon. He has caught a pass today.
Jaden Green.
This time a running play on an end around, going to gain of about 3 yards.
Nice end around play there for Dickinson State to find and attempt to extend the hole for the Comets. Comets able to swallow it up though.
I know you can't.
Well, the 48-yard line, 2nd and 7. And off and met for a loss on the play. Caleb Rist on just his third carry of the day.
Jaden Green.
That's just what Mayville State ordered there. Swallowing them up. 3rd and 9.
So a 2-yard loss for Rist. Ball is at their own 46-yard line. 3rd and 9 for the Blue Hawks with under 9.5 to go in the third quarter. Look to the sideline by the Blue Hawks. They'll line up here. Play clock is down to 8. Get out of the gun. They'll spread it out with 4 receivers. Freeze looking. Pass up the middle is caught. Not enough for a first down, but Calderon's got the catch to the Comet 48-yard line and a completion of 6 yards.
AJ Jones on the coverage. Makes it 4th and 3.
They're going to send the punt team out here. Isaiah Smith back to receive the punt. He is positioned right around the 17-yard line, or 10-yard line, that is.
Back deep for the Comets.
Blue Hawks able to get rid of the punt. Bounces out of play inside the 20, and the Comets are going to be on offense in a tie game with 8:37 to play in the third quarter. Good situation right now for Mayville State. So the Comets will have the football for the third time already in this third quarter. Their first drive ended on an interception. Second drive, a shortened field after an interception. And a 43-yard drive leading to an 18-yard run by Isaiah Smith for the touchdown. But the Comets are backed up to the 15 this time. They've got Spaeth wide to the left side. Marcuson under center. Marcuson hangs on to it, and he's going to get wrapped up for a loss. He was just trying to find an opening anywhere, and he couldn't find anything.
Yeah, no opening there for Marcuson. He's back down. The Comets are at about they're going to mark him at the 13.
Only suffered a 2-yard loss on the play. Forward progress gave him that spot. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Just over 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Comets and Blue Hawks are tied at 14. Marcuson under center with 2 receivers right side on the triple option set. And they go end around for Simmers, and Simmers runs it to about the 17, 18-yard line area. It'll be a gain of 5 to the 18. And it'll be 3rd and 7, it looks like. Maybe 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8, we'll call it. I changed my mind. 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7 for the Comets.
First carry for Jack Simmers. Goes for 5. 3rd and 7 from the 18-yard line. Spaeth wide left, Azure wide right. McGregor and Simmers on the slot positions. Option play, pitch back, McGregor 20, 25, 30, and down at about the 34-yard line for a Comet first down.
Nice play there by Peyton McGregor offensively. Leads to a Mayville State first down.
They'll mark it at the 35. That's a 17-yard run for Peyton McGregor. He's carried the ball 3 times for 38. 9 first downs for Mayville State. 1st and 10 Comets from their own 35. Tied at 14, under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Option keeper up the middle, 40. And to almost the 45, and this might be just short of a first down for Aiden Marcuson. I think they'll give him 9.
Aiden Marcuson not afraid to run it up the middle. And that's the nice thing, Craig, about a versatile quarterback like Marcuson. He's able to throw it. He's able to find a runner. He's able to run it himself. That's big for Mayville State.
6:24 to go in the third quarter. Comets and Blue Hawks are tied at 14. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 44 for Mayville State. Out of the triple option. Nuapa, first down run right up the gut. Give him about 4. Well, give them about 5. They're going to mark it at the 49.
3 on the stop, Osborne. Out as they come at first down.
47 yards for Moses Nuapa today. 14 carries of the football. And the Comets pick up their 10th first down. They're 1 away from Dickinson's mark of 11. First and 10 from their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers right. And they'll go up the middle on this one.
Number 32,
Nuapa to about the 46 of Dickinson State. Another 5-yard gain.
Makes it 2nd and 5 for the Comets.
That'll put him over 50. 52 yards, 15 carries today. Ethan Schnurch at a receiver right side, along with Kelby Azure. 2nd and 5, McGregor, he bounces off a man, and then the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by Dickinson State. Back the other way, 40, 35, 30, 25. Breaks free, and down inside the 20-yard line. Blue Hawks ball.
Just a costly error there for Mayville State. Nothing really that they could do over again in giving up the football.
Recovered by Dominique Carter.
We live for these moments. Let's go. Hey, pick them up.
1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks. Ball is on the Comet 16-yard line.
So it's all the way to the 16 of Mayville State. Great field position for Mayville State. Comets with their 2nd turnover. .457 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 14, and now the Blue Hawks are in the red zone to start the drive. Shotgun set. Hand off and stopped by Devin Woods.
Maybe a yard on that one.
Makes it 2nd and 9 for Dickinson.
They will give him a yard. It was a close yard.
I think that was, who was it that took that run there? Is that number 3?
Yes.
Jackson Wicker. That's his first carry. Listed as a wide receiver. We're starting to see some different things out of the Blue Hawks as well. 1 yard gain for Wicker. They're going to throw in the end zone a wobbly ball, and that's going to fall short and incomplete.
I think that pass was intended for number 8 for the Blue Hawks, Clark, and he was in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, the ball that landed basically at the goal line, so it was well short. You could tell that it had been altered. It was very wobbly. 3rd and 9. Blue Hawks at the Comet 15. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Tied at 14. Back to throw is Freeze. He'll fire left side. Incomplete. Double coverage down there by Mayville State.
Number 19 ball is incomplete. Number 6, Tyson
Pass is intended for Caleb Brossman.
Makes it 4th and 9 for the Hawks.
And they're going to go for the field goal kick
For a field goal attempt.
Go catch it, Brad.
from 22 out.
Ty Nelson to kick for about 32.
Hell no.
And the kick is wide right. So the kick fails. 3:59 to play in the third quarter. It remains tied at 14 on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Comets will take over on offense next. And Mayville State's defense stops Dickinson State. The Blue Hawks go for a 32-yard field goal wide right. So the Comets and the Blue Hawks are tied at 14. 3:59 to go in the third quarter. Mayville State will take over on offense at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Mayville State, you're going to be really happy that missed wide right, because that could have been a deflator here of the momentum the Comets have.
This has been a good battle here between the Comets and the Blue Hawks to open up conference play. You got 6 conference games on the schedule, and the Comets, I know talking to Coach Rocky Larson, believes that they can beat the Blue Hawks today and compete with Valley City and with Montana State Northern, and then the teams to follow. So Comets, it's cliche to say it, Chris, but they totally control their destiny here down the stretch.
They do, and obviously we're not looking past the end of this game here.
No.
But they're going to play a Valley City State team that was upset today at home. They're going to want, Valley City's going to come into that one wanting Mayville State's number. So a win here for the Comets would be big heading into that rivalry game next weekend.
Comets want to avoid moral victories. They want wins on the scoreboard. And on the first play, they're going to pitch it out for Simmers. Jack Simmers trying to get out to the edge, and he's going to get pushed out of play for a very short gain. In fact, they're going to mark it right back at the 20 for no gain. Just took too long for things to develop.
Yeah, it did. The Comets took their time to figure out what they were going to do on that. Were they going to go left? Were they going to go right? Up the middle? Finally, they committed to the right, and by then, Dickinson State was ready with the coverage.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Simmers in motion. They'll hand off. And a dive ahead for Blaine Smith to the 23-yard line.
It's plays like those when you commit right away up the middle or whichever way you go that you're going to have your best advantage, because you're not giving the defense time to adjust like you are when you take your time figuring out your move.
That 3-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line as we approach 3 minutes to go third quarter. Mayville State and Dickinson State deadlocked at 14. We're at Jeromeburg Field on the campus of Mayville State. Single receiver left to Spaeth. Play action, and the ball is loose. Picked up by Isaiah Smith, and then he's going to get stopped for, he's still on his feet. He bounces off at the 10 and finally gets stopped. This is going to be a big loss on the play. Marcuson is down on the field right now, and they're going to have to check on him, but he went to throw, and the ball came out before he could go forward with the pass. So the Comets lose big yardage. It'll be 4th and long, and they got to check on their quarterback.
Looking from my vantage point here, okay, he is sitting up. Looks to be he's favoring his right arm. But for a minute there, he wasn't moving at all. But, yeah, he's looking at his right arm.
He took a hit there as he was trying to throw, and he was still going back with the football, so it ended up a fumble. They're going to mark it at the 15, so it's a loss of 8 yards. Isaiah Smith was the one who picked it up.
Give Isaiah a ton of credit, though. They were defending him hard, and he finally was able to get away from the defense, try and go upfield, but that Dickinson State defense, they just swarmed him at the end.
Oh, he was all the way back at the 10 by the time he was able to pick up the ball, and
Absolutely.
then he ended up at the 15, so it could have gone worse for certain. Comets will punt on 4th and 15 from their own 15 with under 2.5 to go third quarter, tied at 14. Kelby Azure boots it away. Fair catch is called, and Dickinson State will have it at the Mayville State 48.
First and 10 for the Blackhawks on the Comet. 49.
Now they'll remark it at the 49. So the Blue Hawks, on their previous drive, Chris, they started at the Comet 16, and they came away with no points. This time, there's more cushion here anyway if you're the Comet defense.
There is. It's just going to be very key for Mayville State to clench down defensively here in this last 2:19 of the third quarter on this drive.
Chase Freeze at quarterback, single receiver right, two receivers left. Handed off for Simonson. Met right there by Marcus Johnson at midfield. Loss of a yard.
Number 25, Marcus Johnson.
That's the first negative yardage carry for Jackson Simonson. 17 carries, 58 yards. 2nd and 11 for the Blue Hawks from midfield. Minute 55 to go, quarter number 3. Comets 14, Blue Hawks 14. Two receivers left side. Low snap, picked up off the turf. Freeze in trouble, now rolls out. Freeze looking to run, and he'll dive his way to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Mayville State with 9 tackle for loss yards defensively in that first half. Doing a nice job of racking up the TFLs.
And Freeze was in trouble on the play and then found plenty of running room in front of him and turned what could have been a loss of yards into a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from the Comet 45 for Dickinson State. They'll go 2 right, 1 left. Man in motion, Calderon back to throw. Freeze, short pass, dump to Simonson, 40-35. Dives his way to the 30-yard line and a first down for the Blue Hawks.
Stop made by number 5, Zyler Carlson.
Zyler Carlson gets the tackle. Ball's going to be marked at the 29-yard line for a gain of 16 on the play.
29-yard line.
Simonson's 5th catch, totaling 82 yards. Freeze, 136 yards through the air on 12 of 20 passing. 12 first downs for the Blue Hawks. Half minute to go in the third quarter. Twins right, 1 left, 1st and 10, Comet 29. Pass right side, Calderon to the catch of the 30, and he's wrapped up for an open field tackle at the 29-yard line for no gain on the play.
Made by number 5, Carlson. Makes it 2nd and
Heard
10.
Zyler Carlson's name a lot this afternoon for the Comets.
He's been a great player for this Mayville State team and a local kid as well. Clock's going to run out for the quarter. We're at the end of 3. ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Mayville State 14, Dickinson State 14 on KMAV. Well, get ready for the fourth quarter, and it's all knotted up at 14. The Blue Hawks are going to have 2nd down and 10 to go from the Comet 29-yard line as the Comets defense is trying to make another big stop. That last completion to end the quarter went for no gain. They're going to air it out to the corner of the end zone, and incomplete. Here comes a flag. That was intended for Samaj Clark, and it looks like they're going to call the Comets on pass interference, which would make it half the distance to the goal. They're at the 29, so that would put the ball somewhere in the neighborhood of the 14, 15-yard line. The officials are talking about something. If it were a straightforward pass interference, you just make the assessment and tell us that's what it is.
I was going to say, I totally missed that play. What happened here?
Pass interference.
Okay, good.
Defense, 15 yards.
Well, it's not good because it's against Mayville State.
Well, I'm like, I didn't mean good. I'm just glad I didn't miss anything more.
So there's the call for pass interference. Penalty-wise, about 28 yards in penalties for the Comets today. Football will be at the
Ball is on the Comet 15-yard
14-yard line, just inside the 15-yard line. And the Blue Hawks pick up their 13th first down of the afternoon. 14:54 to play, tied at 14, and the Blue Hawks are in the red zone. Twins right, one left. Freeze at quarterback from the gun. He'll hand it off, and a push up the middle by Caleb Rist inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, it looks like.
By number 55, Rashawn Thomas.
Make that the 6-yard line, and a gain of 8. Rist with his 4th carry. That's his 2nd carry for positive yardage. 24 yards today. 2nd and 2 for the Blue Hawks at the Mayville State 6-yard line. 2 receivers left. And off Simonson, puts the head down, pushes his way. Looks like a first down. Finally blow the whistle down at about the 3-yard line for first down, 3rd of the drive. So they'll mark it at the 3-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain. 18 carries, 61 yards today for Jackson Simonson. Not only the 61 yards on the ground, he's caught for 82 yards. 13:50 to go, tied at 14, and the Blue Hawks first and goal from the 3-yard line out of the shotgun. Handoff, Simonson runs to his left to the end zone, and no signal yet. And there it is, a touchdown.
Touchdown, Dickinson.
So just enough for Simonson to get across the goal line, a 3-yard run, and a touchdown for Dickinson State. They will take the lead back at 2014 with 13:41 to go as the Blue Hawks complete a shortened field 49-yard drive. How about Jackson Simonson? A couple of receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown to go with it. Nelson to kick the extra point, and the kick is good. 13:41 to go.
13:41.
21-14, Blue Hawks the lead on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Blue Hawks with a 49-yard drive, capped off on a 3-yard touchdown run by Jackson Simonson. Ty Nelson extra point, and it's 21-14, Blue Hawks with 13:41 to go.
Jace Freeze officially 13 of 20 today for 136 yards and a pair of TDs.
Deep kick here. Green lets it go over him and into the end zone for a touchback, and Mayville State will have it at the 20.
Touchback. Comets will take over 1st and 10.
Comets led this game 7-0 with 8:35 to go in the first quarter and a 47-yard pass completion. Cam Spates from Aiden Markison. Bryson Hick extra point kick. And that was the score until 4:06 to go second quarter. Blue Hawks a couple of late scores in the second quarter. 16-yarder Simonson from Freeze. 27-yarder Simonson from Freeze. Ty Nelson, couple extra point kicks. Comets are down 14-7 at the half. It's now 21-14. Dickinson with 13:41 to go. Comets at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And they'll run it to the right side for Nuapa, about a 2-yard gain. They've kept Nuapa pretty busy carrying the football today, Chris. I've got him at 54 yards at 16 carries.
Yeah, they have. They've succeeded at the ground game again for Mayville State. Nuapa has been a target many times this afternoon.
Azure receiver right side. Handed off. Nuapa gets spun to the turf for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Stop made by number 84, Glasscock.
And we're just past 3 o'clock. You're tuned to 105.5 KMAV Mayville, Portland. Craig Keating and Chris Larson on the call here from Jeromeburg Field. The Comets are down 21-14, 12:45 and counting in the fourth quarter. Comets are their own 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7. Markison under center. Receiver each way, both on the short side of things. They'll pitch it out for Darnell Green. A stiff arm, 30, spin move. And he's brought down around the 35-yard line and very close to a first down. They will give him the first to the 36-yard line.
That was a good spot for Mayville State. They get the first down, and the chains move, but the clock continues to roll with 12:16 to go.
Right now, the clock is not their enemy. They've got all their timeouts, and there's a ton of time left. But that's a big first down right there for Mayville State to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Comets are down 7. Comets get lined up. Marcus under center. Green and Isaiah Smith out of the slots. And the short run up the middle by Nuapa is going to pick him up a yard to the 37, make it 2nd and 9.
57 Waters. Gain of 1.
And we've got a Blue Hawk down.
So they're going to have to check on him.
Looks to be favoring his right leg.
Chase Waters, defensive lineman, 6'4", 270-pound sophomore. They're going to check on him right now. Might be trying to stretch out the calf muscle. Might be a cramp. So breaking the action here. It's 21-14 Blue Hawks, 11:41 to play. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout on KMAV. Comets left 2nd and 9 from their own 37. A little over 11 and a half minutes ago. Comets are down 21-14 to the Blue Hawks. Single receiver right, Green in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Marcuson takes it to his right to about the 40-yard line for a 3-yard carry. So quarterback keeper on the run. Marcuson 20 yards on the ground today. Comets will have it at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
For the Comets.
Don't forget, next Saturday, Mayville State at Valley City State. We'll have it for you on 105.5 KMAV. Go to KMAV.com for our sports broadcast schedule. Play clock at 10 as the Comets get lined up. Marcuson under center. Green and Isaiah Smith out of the slot. Nuapa in the backfield. 2 receivers. They'll fake the handoff. And an option keeper by the quarterback for a gain of 1 to the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
Stop was made by number 39, Jellick. Brings up
Nathaniel Gillick with the stop on defense. Comets will get the punting unit out.
Number 2, Cale Miazur back to punt for the Comets. Number 14, Cale Gunlick back deep for Dickinson.
Gunlick back to receive.
Yeah, Gunlack's back at the 20. Azure to punt it away, and we approach 10 minutes to go in this one as the Comets trail by 7. Azure at the right-footed boot. Gunlack from the 20, a fair catch.
Gunlick with the fair catch. Dickinson take over 1st and 10. Ball will be on their 20-yard line.
So the Blue Hawks will take over here, Chris, 20-yard line, and the Comets look for another defensive stop.
A defensive stop here for Mayville State's going to be big, as this is one of those points where you need the stop to get the ball back down by 7.
Well, a couple drives earlier, the Blue Hawks started at the Comets 16, and the Comets were able to stop them there. Last drive, 49-yard drive for Dickinson, and they scored. And this time they're backed up at the 20, and it gives you a lot more breathing room.
It does.
2 receivers right side for the Blue Hawks. Jace Freeze, quarterback out of the gun. Play action. Pass goes right side, and it's caught. Calderon from a seated position on the turf made the catch, and a 1st down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 for Dickinson. Ball's on the 32-yard line.
148 through the air for Freeze. Calderon's 4th catch, totaling 21. Blue Hawks 15 first downs. They've got it at the 32-yard line. 3 receivers in tight to the right side, 1 receiver left. Man in motion. Back to throw and incomplete. Chris, you are right there by the coaches. That is loud. Holy cow.
Actually, that was not a coach. That was a football player.
Well, nonetheless, they saw a pass was coming. They could read it, but incomplete. About blew my ears out.
I don't mind, too. That's why I moved.
9:23 to go. 21-14 Dickinson State. 2nd and 10 Blue Hawks from the 32. They'll go trips left. Freeze, shotgun set. Jace Freeze takes the snap, looks downfield. Draw play now as he couldn't find anybody, and he stopped for no gain on the play.
That's a big play for the Mayville State defense to force 3rd and 10.
Rashawn Thomas on the linebacker spot, able to stop the quarterback for no gain. Jace Freeze today, he's kept the ball just 3 times for a total of 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 32. Under 9 minutes to go, the Comets are down 7 points. They're trying to make it stop defensively and force a punt. Twins left, twins right, man in motion right to left. That's Calderon. He'll set up left side, now trips left. Back to throw. Freeze pass deflected, in and out of the hands of a Comet, but still it'll be 4th down. They almost had the pick on the deflection.
Number 17, Avery Rodriguez.
Avery Rodriguez, a freshman, just about came up with that one.
In a way, you kind of wanted to see Rodriguez get that catch and hold on to it, but in another way, you knew it was going to be 4th down and there'd be a punt likely. So no worse for wear, Mayville State.
And they almost blocked this one as Nelson boots it toward the sideline and out of bounds. So the Comets going to take over, trailing by 7. 8:31 to go, and the football will be at their own 35-yard line.
Comets take over 1st and 10. Ball is on their 35-yard line.
We'll take a break. Viking Insurance Realty timeout on the field. 8:31 to go. It's the Comets trailing 21-14 to the Dickinson State Blue Hawks. Hey, just a reminder, later today, we'll have coverage of NDSU at Illinois State in college football. You can hear that up in the Grand Forks area on the new Q98, 98.5 FM. The Bison at Illinois State, 5 o'clock pregame, 6 o'clock with the kickoff. Of course, we'll have the Comets in football in 1 week. We'll be in Valley City as they'll take on the Valley City State Vikings. 1 week from today on KMAV. Go to KMAV.com for our sports broadcast schedule.
That game against Valley City State is going to be probably one of the most exciting games that we will play on the road outside of those big games out west.
1st and 10 Comets from the 35. 8:31 to go. They're down 7. As they go for a handoff and a short gain for Blaine Smith. Looks like maybe a yard.
Stop by number 11, Fairclough.
They'll mark it for 1.
9 for the Comets.
3rd carry for Blaine Smith. They've all come in the second half. Dickinson State up 21-14. 2nd and 9 for the Comets. They look to the sideline. Comets will line up here. Marcuson will go under center. Receivers are in tight. Fake the handoff option. Pitch out to Simmers. Here comes a flag from long distance. And expect a hold somewhere in the neighborhood of the 40-yard line.
That one flag came from the near 44-yard line.
Yeah, he launched that one down the sideline.
Holding on the Comets.
We'll call that against McGregor on the right side. So they will walk it off from, looks like the line of scrimmage. So it'll go from the 36 to the 26-yard line, a 10-yard walk-off. 38 yards and penalties for the Comets today, 15 for the Blue Hawks. So that turns it into a 2nd and 19 for Mayville State from the 26-yard line. 7:44 to go. Comets are down 21-14. Receiver short left, one short right. Play action. Open McGregor, the 36 out of the 40-45, and he's brought down near the 1st down marker.
Number 21, McGregor complete.
It will be enough. And a gain of 21 to the 47-yard line. 1st down Comets.
Big play out to the right side for Mayville State to get it near the midfield stripe.
First catch for McGregor, 97 yards to the air for Aiden Marcuson. And the Comets have been more of a passing team than what we've seen as of late. They've very much been in the triple option set, a lot of run plays, but here today we've seen some more times through the air. That's because they know that they're capable of doing that against Dickinson State.
They are very capable of doing that. Now Mayville State, under 7 minutes to go, keeping this offense running.
So Blue Hawk defense that allows 253 yards a game in passing. Comets handoff here, and Blaine Smith is going to get stopped just shy of midfield.
Stop made by number 11.
It'll be a gain of about 3, and it will be at midfield for 2nd and 7.
Makes it 2nd and
10
7
yards,
for
4
Comets.
carries, Blaine Smith. 6:37 to play. Comets trail the Blue Hawks 21-14. They'll have it at midfield. Blue Hawks led it 14-7 at the half. Comets held a 7-0 lead for over a quarter in the first half of play. Dickinson State got on the board with just over 4 minutes to go and scored twice in that final 4 minutes and change. Marcuson's going to get brought down for a quarterback sack.
Marcuson is sacked for a loss.
Mayville State offensively, they've got to limit those opportunities for the Dickinson State defense to get through the offensive line. because they need to get to the end zone here.
Junior Dylan Dahlgren, senior Wyatt Anderson, both on the D line, and getting the quarterback sack, and the ball goes back to the 43-yard line for a loss of 4 yards. Actually, a loss of 7 because they were at midfield. So it's 3rd and long, about 14 to go. From their own 43, play action. He's going to throw it down the right sideline. Want to go to Kelby Asher. Here comes a pass interference as the flag is thrown in there. That's going to be a first down for the Comets. Asher reached up for it and was impeded.
Very much so impeded on that play.
Was defended by Trey Gary on the play. 15-yard penalty, 30 yards today in penalties for Dickinson State, and a first down for the Comets. 5:28 to go. Comets are going to have it at the Dickinson 42-yard line, 1st and 10. 13 first downs for Mayville State today. Keeper by McGregor, and he's going to get met for a gain of maybe a yard. Down the far side, they've got no gain. On the near side, they've got it marked for a yard. They will give him the 1 yard to the 41. 15 yards on the ground for the quarterback, Aiden Markison. This next snap will take us under 5 minutes to go. Mayville State trails 21-14. 2nd and 9 from the Blue Hawk 41 for the Comets. Double wing, single man in the backfield, rolling out. Markison down the middle of the field for Azure. Reaches up. Incomplete.
Oh, boy, that could have been a bad break for Mayville State as the Dickinson State defender had it in his hands.
Jamin Medlock almost had that one as he and Azure was about a 50-50 ball. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Markison today, 4 for 9 passing, 97 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Craig Keating and Chris Larson here at Jeromeburg Field in Mayville. Comets down by 7. 4:46 to go. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Comets from the Blue Hawk 41-yard line. Receiver left, receiver wide right. They'll fake on the handoff option play. Markison is going to get wrapped up for a short gain. Comets sideline calling for a face mask. Did not get anything out of that, and it's going to be 4th down for the Comets. Markison, the quarterback, now having a word with the line judge. They're going to mark it at the 41, so it's no gain. .431 to go. It'll be 4th down. Comets looking to the sideline. It sure looks like they're going to go for it. On 4th and 9, they're at the Dickinson 41.
You almost have to on here.
I don't know. Both teams have all their timeouts. The defense has played pretty well today. They'll go for it. 2 receivers. Simmers in motion. Play action. Pass left side. Open is Spaeth. Caught the 25 at the 20, and he's brought down inside the 20-yard line for a Mayville State first down. On 4th and 9. They'll go from the 41 to the 18. And how about that? About 23 yards. Markison over the century mark, 120 yards. Spaeth's 3rd catch. He's over 100 yards at 104. 1st and 10, Comets in the red zone, trailing by 7. Left side, McGregor. And he's going to push his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 3:25 to go and the clock rolling. For McGregor, 5 carries, 38 yards. Jamin Medlock with the tackle. 3:10 to go. 4th quarter. Dickinson State 21, Mayville State 14. This is a much different game than what we saw last year in Dickinson. Dickinson scored early and often and blew out the Comets. Comets trying to get their first win over Dickinson since 2011. Under center, McGregor fakes the handoff, runs to his right, has a block, gets down to 15, breaks free, 10, and wrapped up and pushed out inside the 10-yard line. Close to a first down on the play.
Yeah, that was a very close play here. Looks like they're gonna maybe.
Yeah, they got it.
They're gonna give him the first.
Yep,
down.
they're gonna mark it at the 7. That's a gain of 11. So the ball's at the 7, and the Comets their 15th first down of the day, and it's first and goal at the 7. Comets trail by 7 with 2:19 to go. They can't run this down to the 2-minute timeout. Play clock's down to 9. So they will have to snap. Single receiver wide left, one to the right. Marcuson under center as he's going to hand off for Nuwapa. Breaks free, 5, dives his way into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Comets are within a point at 21-20. Moses Nuwapa from 7 yards, his 19th carry of the game. And that is his first rushing touchdown of the afternoon. Puts him up to 63 yards, and Mayville State within one at 21-20 to the Blue Hawks with 2:03 to play.
That was a big run there by Moses Nuwapa to get the touchdown, and now this game has taken on a whole new complexion.
Certainly has. Heck to try to tie it. Lamont will be the holder. There's the hold. Kick is up. The kick is good. 2:03 to play. ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Mayville State 21. Dickinson State 21. You're listening to college football on 105.5 KMAV. Bryson Heck on the kick. Return comes out to the 30, near the 35. Here comes a flag. Here comes another at the end of the run. Dickinson State will have the football. Minute 57 to go. And the Comets have tied it at 21. Mayville State goes 65 yards on the drive. They score on a 7-yard touchdown run from Moses Nuwapa. Bryson Heck kicked the extra point. And the Comets and the Blue Hawks are tied at 21. Blue Hawks a holding penalty, 10-yard walk-off. And they will start the drive at the 21. And now we're going to get the 2-minute timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. Dickinson State will have it at their own 21. Tied at 21. We'll be right back. 1:57 to play. The kickoff came at 2:03, and then the clock ran under 2 minutes, so that took us to the 2-minute timeout. So another quick break after the Comets had scored the touchdown. But again, the Comets have tied it with Dickinson State at 21. Comets led this game 7-0 with over 8 minutes to go first quarter. Dickinson got on the board, 4:06 to go in the second, led 14-7 at halftime. And here we are, tied at 21 with just under 2 minutes to play, and Dickinson at their own 21. Back to throw. Freeze wants to take off. He'll get brought down near the 25-yard line, and Devin Woods will get the tackle.
Stop was made by number 0, Woods.
Gain of 4.
Makes it second and 6.
13 yards on 4 keepers for the quarterback Freeze. Second and 6 with 25 down to 93 seconds. Pass left side caught. Simonson pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line for a 5-yard gain. Tyson Snag on the stop. 15 to 25 passing today for Freeze. 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds, so minute 29 to go. Simonson 6 catches now. So they'll run up the middle. Simonson, and this is very close to a first down.
And they're going to say it is a first down.
I'm surprised this season I've seen no measurements at all. We just give them the first. It was very close. But we get a timeout here by Dickinson. Minute 23 to play. Game's tied at 21. This is a Viking Insurance and Realty timeout. Well, the Comets are going to call a timeout here so they can review the play to see whether Dickinson had the first down. So they had enough time to look it over. And you see, Chris, by Dickinson taking the timeout, it gave Mayville State that extra time to then look at it. They think Dickinson didn't get the first down, so they take a timeout, and they will get the timeout back if they win this challenge.
Absolutely. So the referee is headed into the tent. Now, this is something I've never seen at this level of football, so it's kind of cool to see how this happens.
This replay system was put in place last year in the final year of the North Star Conference, and that continues here in the Frontier. they've expanded the replay into volleyball and basketball. So it's a little different when you have the replay system. Some like it, some don't. I guess if you benefit off it, you like it. In some ways, I don't know if it's ready for prime time, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is prime time, is it not?
Well, I mean, you could look at it. I'm saying the replay system itself.
Yeah, yes.
It's got its bugs. Provided that everything recorded properly and they got good shots on it. Obviously they had something because the Comets sideline decided to go for the challenge here with a minute 23 to go and a tie game at 21. Now, it's going to be the difference whether Dickinson's at the 31-yard line, their own 31, and a first down, or will it be fourth in a matter of inches?
And we should have the call here momentarily as the officials are coming out of the tent.
Yeah, this is a big one. That last carry went for about a yard for Simonson. He's got 65 yards on 20 carries.
And here we go, call from our referee.
And it's a first down, so the challenge fails. Comets lose that timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining with a minute 23 to go in a tie game. Ball is at the 31 for the Blue Hawks. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Freeze looks at his backfield for a moment. Now he'll back up into his shotgun set. Running back Simonson to his left. Back to throw is Freeze. He'll throw it left side and a dive. And did he have possessions? The question. Comet sideline says no. They will call it a catch. I think now the officials are talking about it. Incomplete.
Wow, incomplete pass. Big break. Big play there for Mayville State.
It was caught by the tight end, Chase Crockett, but he didn't have complete control by the time he went out of bounds, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Chase Freeze today, 15 for 26, 153 through the air, 2 TDs, 2 picks. Minute 17 to go. Blue Hawks and Comets are tied at 21. Blue Hawks are their own 31 and 2nd and 10. 3 receivers right. Low snap. Freeze looking downfield. Freeze will fire it right side. Caught just enough for a first down. Still on his feet. And finally brought down is Kyle Meineke for his first catch on the day. So first down for the Blue Hawks.
Number 6.
And we have a Blue Hawk slow to get up. Number 6.
That's a Comet.
That's a Comet. Yes, sorry,
Yep.
number 6.
It's Tyson Snag. We're going to have to check on him. That last play, Chris will go for 13 yards and a first down for the Blue Hawks. That's their 17th first down of the day.
Snag was in on the tackle, too, for Mayville State on that play. So I don't know if that's just he fell to the turf hard, but nonetheless, we have a Comet down.
166 yards for the air now for Jace Freeze. He's 16 of 27 on the day. Breaking the action, we're going to check on Tyson Snag. Blue Hawks will have 1st and 10 of their own 44. Minute 4 to go and we're tied at 21. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout. And Tyson Snag, he's looks like he's got his right hand up on his chest and makes his way off the field. And hopefully nothing too serious. They're going to check on him. So the Blue Hawks, after getting the first down, minute 10 to go. They've set the clock at a minute 10. Well, now they set it at minute 5.
Yep. So the referee lost battery power on his mic, and he wants it reset to 105.
Okay, so minute 5. Mayville State and Dickinson State are tied at 21. Blue Hawks on offense. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Calderon, the lone receiver left. 2 receivers right. Shotgun set. Jace Freeze at quarterback. Freeze looking downfield to his right. He'll fire toward the sideline. He overthrew Kilgunlack. Incomplete. And with 59 seconds to go, it's 2nd and 10. Jace Freeze today, 16 for 28 passing for 166. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. He's thrown 2 picks. Both teams with 2 turnovers on the day. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Blue Hawks from the 44-yard line. With 59 seconds to go in this one. Back to throw. Pass incomplete. That was a low one intended for Gunlack.
Pass to number 14. Gunlock falls incomplete. Makes it third down for Dickinson.
3rd and 10 for the Blue Hawks. Comets trying to make a huge stop. Get the ball back with a little time left or maybe force an overtime. 3rd and 10 of the 44 as the Blue Hawks look to the sideline. We will get a timeout, and it's going to be Mayville State taking their second. It's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. 55 seconds to go. The Blue Hawks 3rd and 10 from their own 44, and we're tied at 21. Well, as we heard from Rocky Larson, Mayville State head coach in the pregame show today, Chris, 21-20. They lost last week here at home to Arizona Christian, and the Comets, they're tired of moral victories. They want some wins here, and they would love to have a win here against Dickinson State, a team that for many, many times the Blue Hawks have gotten the better of the Comets.
Yes, they have, and Mayville State wants to they want to move to 1-0 on this conference schedule, and heading into another big game next week. We'll see what happens here in the next 55.
Tied at 21, 3rd and 10 from the 41. And a pass comes up the middle, incomplete, as intended for Samaj Clark. He was down at his knees, and had he been able to come up with it, I'm not sure it would have been a catch anyway. He might have trapped that one, but it came in and out, and it's going to be 4th down. And the Blue Hawks are going to bring on the punting unit with 49 seconds to go. Comets are trying to defeat the Blue Hawks for the first time since October 22nd, 2011. They played twice that year. Comets lost the first meeting, won the second one 15-14. Here's the punt. They're going to let it bounce and into the end zone for a touchback. So the Comets have 41 seconds to work with on the clock. They've got a timeout remaining. We're tied at 21. Well, this has been exciting. I'm not going to tell you what score I gave Rocky Larson as my prediction yesterday when I talked to him, but it's right in the neighborhood of what we're at right now.
It wouldn't be, I'm not going to say it.
Now the Comets have to try to score here, not turn over the ball. If it goes to overtime, you take your chances there. And I think they're going to kneel it down. Yes, it looks that way.
Yeah, they are.
So get the kneel down, and the clock will run out. We will be heading to overtime. Tied at 21, Mayville State and Dickinson State on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. We are going to have ourselves an overtime game next on KMAV. Well, last Saturday, Comets fell 21-20 to Arizona Christian. The difference being, besides the fact that they know they could have scored some points in the second half, but there was a missed extra point, and Coach Larson said he would have loved taking his chances in overtime. Well, here we are a week later, and we are going to overtime, and it's the Comets and the Blue Hawks tied at 21. This is exciting.
This really is exciting. This crowd has been loud and proud and staying in it, and it's going to be great as the two teams are going to go for the coin flip here at the start of overtime.
As Chris mentioned earlier, Rocky Mountain upset Valley City State 31-21 today. Captains will meet at midfield, and we'll have the coin toss to send us into overtime. What a game we've had here this afternoon at Jorenberg Field on this 4th day of October 2025. Weather's been great. Crowd has been fantastic. Got one Blue Hawk out of midfield and 4 Comets. So they're going to go through the coin toss and determine who will be on offense first.
So obviously I know how high school rules go. How do college overtime?
Each team's going to get a chance on offense.
Okay. So is it timed?
No.
Oh, okay. Perfect. See, I'm learning on the fly. From the Professor Craig Keating himself.
I don't know about that. Here's the coin toss. And Dickinson won the toss. So you better believe that they would want to defend, right? I would think so. My strategy would be most of the time that I would want to defend so that I know what I need to do when I'm on offense. So here we go. The coin toss is over. The Comets will be defending the east end zone. Or will be going from east to west, rather. Comets will get the ball first. Dickinson won the toss, and they'll defend. So they'll set it down to the 25-yard line. Aiden Markuson at quarterback, along with his offense coming out there. So the start of overtime. Comets at the 25-yard line. We're tied at 21. Receiver left, one right, man in motion, right to left. Isaiah Smith takes that handoff, and he can't find anywhere to go. And we'll see what they give him on forward progress because he ended up losing about 5. And the officials are not too kind as they put him at a -4 yards, which I thought was not a great spot.
Not at all. Not a good start for the Comets here in overtime, but
7 carries for. That's right. 7 carries for 2 yards for Isaiah Smith. Ball is at the 29 for the Comets. They're going to have 2nd and 14. Play clock is at 12. We're in overtime. Tied at 21. Isaiah Smith in motion again. He'll hand off Nuapa. Bounces off a tackle, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. So they gained the 4 that they lost, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd and 10 for the Comets.
Comets would like a few more if they were going to try to kick. Right now, you'd be looking at about a 42-yarder. And for as breezy as it's been, you'd be kicking into a wind. So I don't think they would kick unless they could gain some pretty good yardage. Spaeth and Asher, the receivers, one each way. Out of that double wing set, one man in the backfield. Markuson on a play action. He'll throw left side. Spaeth, and it's out of reach. He tried to dive for it, but it was just too far away from it along the sideline. It'll be 4th down.
Makes it 4th down for the Comets.
Aiden Markuson today, 5 for 11, 120 through the air, a touchdown, and he's thrown a pick. So it is 4th down and 10 for the Comets at the 25 here in overtime. Comets on offense first.
Number 15, Bryson Heck on for a field goal attempt for the Comets.
Well, Heck is going to try for a long one. Actually, the wind looks like it might be blowing a little more north to south here as he's kicking toward the west. So speed from 42 yards. Dylan Lamont will be the holder. And the kick by Bryson Heck on the way. It is good. Just inside the left upright. And the Comets have taken a 24-21 lead in overtime. And the Comets will now go on defense after this. Now Dickinson State will be on offense at the 25-yard line here in overtime. Comets get a 42-yard field goal from Bryson Heck to take a 24-21 lead. Blue Hawks now on offense. Twins left, one right from the gun. Grovum's back in at quarterback start. Overtime, he finds a big hole to the right, 20 down to the 15, and he's going to dive his way for a first down just beyond the 15-yard line as they made a switch here in overtime and went with Hudson Grovum at quarterback.
Number 5, Carlson on the stop.
Big first down for Dickinson State to get the football down to the 13-yard line. That's a 12-yard carry for the quarterback, Grovum. Blue Hawk touchdown would give them the win. A field goal would send us to another OT. Comets trying to make a stop and win this one in overtime by 3. Grovum looking to run with it, keeps it. Met by several Comets.
Grovum with the keeper. Number 3, Anthony
looks to be
Johnson
about a
on the stop.
1-yard gain to the 12-yard line.
Makes it 2nd and 9 for Dickinson.
Here in overtime, Comets up 24-21 on Dickinson State. The Blue Hawks will have 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Comets trying to make a huge stop, trying to beat the Blue Hawks for the first time in 14 years. Receiver right, one wide left from the shotgun. They were going to switch it to Jace Freeze at quarterback, and now a timeout by Dickinson State. We're in overtime. Comets up 24-21. The Blue Hawks a timeout. It's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. You're listening to college football on KMAV. Hey, a reminder, later today we've got NDSU football on Q98 in Grand Forks. The Bison are at Illinois State. Pregame at 5, kickoff at 6. That'll be on 98.5, the new Q98 in Grand Forks. Comets football next Saturday in Valley City right here on 105.5 FM KMAV. It'll be a 12:30 pregame, 1 o'clock kick in Valley City. All right, here we go. It's 2nd and 9 for Dickinson from the 12-yard line in overtime. Comets up 24-21 after a Bryson Eck 42-yard field goal. 2 receivers set from the shotgun. Grovem at quarterback. Grovem looking, wants to take it himself. He's got lead blockers. He's out to the 10, and he's brought down at about the 9-yard line.
Stop on the play by number
Tackled
20.
by A.J. Jones,
A.J. Jones,
who had an interception defensively in the first quarter. They will mark it at the 10, so that ends up a 2-yard gain for Grovem. He's kept the ball 7 times for 10 yards at quarterback. We haven't seen him much at quarterback in a while. Freeze has been quarterback for a long time. 3rd and 7 for the Blue Hawks, 10 yards from the end zone. Trailing by 3 in overtime to Mayville State. They'll go trips right. Jace Freeze is back at a quarterback from the shotgun. Freeze looking downfield. Freeze runs to his right. He's going to heave it to the corner of the end zone, and he overthrew it. Incomplete, and it's 4th down, and Dickinson State is going to go for a field goal to try to send this to a second overtime period.
makes it 4th down for Dickinson.
Jace Freeze today 16 for 31 passing, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Field goal attempt.
Ty Nelson, he will kick it from 27 yards.
The 27-yard attempt.
This is to send it to a second overtime, and we'll get a timeout by the Comets.
Mayville State.
We're in overtime. Mayville State 24, Dickinson State 21. Viking Insurance and Realty timeout, and a field goal try after this. Well, here we go. 27-yard field goal attempt by Ty Nelson for Dickinson State. If he makes it, we go to a second overtime. If he misses it, the Comets win. 24-21. From the left hash mark. And the kick is up. The kick looks wide right, is it? It's good. Just inside the upright. We're tied at 24. The ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard. Second overtime after this. So Dickinson starts on offense in the second overtime period. They throw it to the end zone. Incomplete. That was intended, I believe, for Samaj Clark down in the end zone. And now we got a player, a defensive man down for Mayville State in the end zone. Looks like a cramp, so they're going to work on that. So in overtime, we saw a 42-yard field goal for Valley City product Bryson Heck to get Mayville State the lead, and then Dickinson State a 27-yard field goal for Ty Nelson. So we're tied at 24 in the second overtime, and Dickinson will have 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. We'll take a break from Viking Insurance and Realty in Mayville. And A.J. Jones certainly not walking at 100%, but he'll back to the sideline. He's had some big plays today defensively.
2nd and 10 for the
He
Blue
really
Hawks.
has. Tough break there for the Comet defender. But Mayville State, the next man up mentality here. 2nd down, Craig.
Chase Freeze at quarterback, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Finds a screen pass, caught Simonson, open field tackle out at the 19-yard line for a gain of about 6 yards as Zyler Carlson's there to make the open field tackle. It'll be 3rd and 4.
4 for the Blue Hawks.
Going back to that kick for the Blue Hawks, it took kind of a weird shank coming off the foot. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen there to tie this one up.
It looked like it was almost going to be wide right, but here we are in the second overtime period. 3rd and 4, Blue Hawks from the 19. From the shotgun, back to throw, Jace Freeze has time, looks, lofts it left side, caught, 5-yard line, and down at about the 4-yard line. That's Adrian Calderon. And a 1st down for the Blue Hawks.
And we got another Comet down.
Oh, no.
That would be
Tristan Raymond.
Tristan Raymond.
So another Mayville State player is down. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So that goes for a 15-yard play. 19 first downs for the Blue Hawks today. And for Jace Freeze, 18 of 34 passing. And he's up to 187 by my count. Calderon's 5th reception, totaling 34 yards. We're tied at 24 in our second overtime period. Dickinson State will have first and goal from the 4-yard line. They're still checking on player down in the field. Tristan Raymond, cornerback. He'll be helped up. And they're going to make him make his way over the sideline. A little bit of help there. Get one of the players out to help out as well. And both teams get a little banged up today. But a number of cramps and some other injuries. It's been a hard-fought game. It's going to be tough for anyone to lose.
It really has been a hard-fought game. You know, it's warm down here, so cramps are not totally unexpected. But you don't want to see anybody lose in a game this exciting.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. Handoff, Simonson cuts left, and he's met by a whole host of Comets, and he's going to get stopped short of the goal line, I think about the 2-yard line. He was first met by DeAnthony Thompson, a freshman linebacker. 2-yard line is where they'll put it, so that's a 2-yard gain. Simonson's 21st carry, 67 yards on the day. Second and goal, Blue Hawks at the 2-yard line, tied at 24, double overtime. Handoff, Simonson bounces off a tackler, and the Comets are going to stop him at the 1.
Simonson, the ball carrier, stopped short by number
Avery
17.
Rodriguez is in there.
Rodriguez
And Dominic Catano.
Makes it 3rd and goal for Dickinson.
Gain of about a yard. 3rd and goal at the 1 for the Blue Hawks. It's been a battle this afternoon. The Comets trying to go to 1-0 in the conference against a team that has had their number for a long time. The shotgun this time, Groveman at quarterback. He'll hand for Simonson, and this is right up against the goal line. They're going to give him the touchdown. So Simonson clears the goal line, gives Dickinson State a 30-24 lead in overtime number 2. And Simonson with his second rushing touchdown to go with his 2 receiving touchdowns on the day. 69 yards on the ground, 93 yards receiving. He has had a heck of a day for this Blue Hawks offense.
Dickinson is going for the 2-point try.
2-point conversion attempt coming. 2 receivers right. They're back to Jace Freeze at quarterback. 5 on the play clock. Out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Pass left side. Caught. And he runs it in for the last couple of steps for a 2-point conversion. That's Adrian Calderon. We're in double overtime. Dickinson State 32, Mayville State 24. And the Comets go on offense after this timeout. ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard 32-24. Blue Hawks in front. Comets on the first play on a nice reach, a one-handed catch into the end zone for a touchdown is Isaiah Smith. Holy cow, Chris Larson.
Wow, Isaiah Smith wide open on the far sideline. And that, you couldn't have executed that any better for Mayville State on the first play.
Did he have some stickum there? I don't know how he held on to that ball. That was a great one-handed catch. Tremendous.
All I can say to that, giving a shout-out to my good old friend Scotty Miller, my oh my.
32-30 Dickinson as the Comets score on one play here in double overtime. They'll go for 2, and we got movement all over. Here comes the flag.
On the play.
On the first play on offense after Dickinson scored their touchdown and 2-point conversion, the Comets getting a 25-yard strike. Isaiah Smith from Aiden Markison. Waiting on the officials. It's encroachment on the defense.
Offsides on the defense.
So that'll put the ball about 1.5 yards from the end zone. Isaiah Smith, by the way, he had he had a reception today of a -5, and then the +25 puts him at 20 yards for the day. Dickinson a timeout. We're in double overtime. The Comets are down 2, going for a 2-point conversion to try to send it in a triple overtime. Timeout brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty. So Isaiah Smith from Aiden Markison on a 25-yard completion, and it's a 2-point game. Dickinson took the timeout. 32-30 Dickinson. The Comets have to score this 2-point conversion to keep the game alive and send it to overtime number 3. Double wing set, one man in the backfield, Nuapa. Marcusson under center. Wide left is Spaeth. Handoff Nuapa to his right. He's got it. 2-point conversion. We're going to another overtime. At the end of 2 overtimes, Comets 32, Blue Hawks 32. Third overtime is next on 105.5 KMAV. So Isaiah Smith with a 25-yard reception from Aiden Marcusson on the first play on offense in double overtime for the Comets. And then Moses Nuapa runs in the 2-point conversion. We're headed to overtime number 3. The Comets and the Blue Hawks are tied at 32. And regardless of how this game ends, this is going to be one to remember for the ages. And now we're in the third overtime, so the rule is it's just 2-point conversions from this point on. Comets on offense, they'll go for a 2-pointer to try to take a 2-point lead and give Dickinson the ball and try for 2. Double wing set, they'll pitch it out. Simmers, there's nothing but turf in front of him, and he steps over a man into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. They put 6 on the board, but that's a 2-point conversion. It's 34-32. Starting in the third overtime, it's nothing but 2-point conversion tries. Comets go up 34-32 on the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard on a run by Jack Simmers. Just his 4th time touching the ball on the ground today.
What a game here, Craig. What a game tonight for this afternoon.
Dickinson now will get a chance for a 2-point conversion. Comets up 34-32 and a chance to win it. 2 receivers right side. Freeze at quarterback and a timeout by Dickinson. 34-32, Comets the lead, triple overtime. Timeout's brought to you by Viking Insurance and Realty. Jack Simmers with the 2-point conversion here in the third overtime to give the Comets a 34-32 lead. And now Dickinson State, they took a timeout. They will get to go for 2. And again, starting in overtime 3, it's just 2-point conversion attempts. That's something that started in the NCAA, and the NAI uses the same rule a few seasons ago. Some like it, some don't. If you're a traditionalist, you hate it. If the Comets win here, who cares? You love it. This is for the game right here. Dickinson shotgun set, 2 receivers right. Freeze at quarterback. He'll roll out right side. Freeze looking, in trouble. He'll fire, incomplete, and the Comets are going to win it. 14 years in the making. Mayville State University has defeated the Dickinson State Blue Hawks in triple overtime in a game we'll remember for years to come. 34-32. Mayville State University, congratulations to Coach Rocky Larson, the coaching staff, the players, and the Mayville State fans. What a game this afternoon. Chris Larson, the Comets pull off an exceptional win here over a Dickinson State team that's had their number for a very long time, 34-32, and who would have thought triple overtime is how this would go?
Not me, and you can see the emotion down here on the field. I can't even explain what this is like right now, but this team, they deserve that win.
On the ChristianCarsOnline.com scoreboard, the final score in 3 overtime periods, it's Mayville State 34, Dickinson State 32. We'll have the totals next on KMAV Mayville Portland. 3 overtimes today, and Mayville State wins at 34-32 over Dickinson State. And the players are all going to gather near the west end zone. Boy, this got to be a lot of fun for the Comets. They, after last week, I mean, you could hang your heads over it. 21-20 lost Arizona Christian. But then you have to have a short memory. You know you got a tough team ahead of you in Dickinson State, a battle-tested team, a team that's won 14 years running over the Comets. This is huge.
And I think what tells everything, Craig, is the emotion on Coach Rocky Larson's face. He's in tears. A lot of these coaches are in tears. We're going to talk to Rocky here in a minute.
Coach Larson's talked about a change in culture, and you look at the fan base and everyone that's been here at Joenberg Field, and everyone's just pumped up for Comets football. 3-2 coming in, first game in the conference, and this is a big one. They open the conference season with a win 34-32 in 3 overtimes over the Dickinson State Blue Hawks, handing the Blue Hawks their first loss since a 15-14 game on October the 22nd, 2011. Just a fantastic win for Coach Larson, his staff, and the players. Let's go to Chris Larson down in the field, who has Coach Rocky Larson.
Coach Rocky Larson going to be joining us in just a minute here. Coach Rocky Larson, first of all, what's the emotion right now, my friend?
Tears. I think of Dad. We talked about this back in 2021 before he died. It ain't about me. It's about those kids. But he told me stay the course, believe. It's not easy at times, There's some dark years. That's a good football team. I think we lost 24 straight to them. Our whole message all week was believe, rewrite our own chapter, and those 24 don't matter. We got one today to go find a way to get it done. And our freaking kids stayed in there and fought their butts off. I'm so goddamn proud of them.
You guys battled. You guys were down at times. You come into overtime. You go back and forth. What's your message heading into that third overtime?
Keep playing. Right? We didn't play 65 minutes to get beat on a 1-point play. We worked it. We'd worked that play over and over. They get sick of me working it. I said we'll need it at some point. We needed it, and they freaking executed it. How about Bryson Heck on that kick, huh?
That was huge.
A freaking freshman. That's unbelievable.
Then you have Isaiah Smith in the overtime. That first drive goes to the corner of the end zone, gets it to really set up the battle.
No question. And we had that one in our pocket we were going to throw at some point. And kid came out, made a heck of a catch, and happy got it.
Where, in your career here at Mayville State, where does this rank?
Wins are wins. You celebrate them any way you can get them.
Yep.
But 24 straight now turns to 1-0 our side. That sounds good to me.
You've got Valley City next week in their house. They get beat today. They get upset. Yeah, they did. They get beat.
Heads up.
What do you take out of this game into that next week?
I didn't even know we were playing Valley City next. We were so focused on finding a way to get today done. We'll worry about Valley City tomorrow morning, but tonight we're going to celebrate this one.
What do you think of your fans? These guys were the best today.
They're loud. And Bryson Hicks gets that kick through there, man. I'm unbelievable. I'm going to go celebrate with these guys, Chris.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Rocky Larson, head coach. Craig, you heard the emotion there. Next week is going to be huge for the Comets back upstairs.
So happy for Coach Rocky Larson and his staff and players, and this is a game they wanted so badly, and they knew that they were going to have a chance against Dickinson today. They could just feel it. And I said I didn't want to say a final what I had talked to him about, but we talked on our pregame interview and off air. I said, I think you guys are going to win 24-20. Now, here's the thing.
Wow.
Here's the thing. It was 21-21 going to overtime. Now, the overtime adds some points to it, but, just so happy for this Comets team that they have broken that losing streak to Dickinson State. And after last year, went out to Dickinson, and they got destroyed, And
they did, yes.
And now, and it's the Frontier. This is a tougher conference than the North Star, and to start at 1-0, try to keep that rolling. They got teams in front of them that they know they can play.
They do. They've got Valley City State, and you heard Rocky. I don't know if it was just talk saying you didn't realize they play Valley State next week.
He knows.
But I tell you what, this Comet team, what a matchup today. What a big win for the Comets.
Comets win it here in 3 overtimes, 34-32 over Dickinson State. We'll go through the numbers next. This is KMAV's coverage of college football. All right, back here at Droneberg Field on the campus of Mayville State University as the Comets win in triple overtime, 34-32 over the Dickinson State Blue Hawks. Let's go through the scoring summary. It's brought to you on KMAV by ChristianCarsOnline.com. Mayville State took the lead, 8:35 to go in the first quarter on a 65-yard drive. It was capped off on a 47-yard pass completion. Cameron Spaeth from Aiden Markison. Bryson Heck with the extra point, 7-0. Dickinson would tie it with 4:06 to go in the second quarter. It was a 91-yard drive capped off on a 16-yard pass completion. It was Jackson Simonson on the reception. The pass from Jace Freeze. Ty Nelson kicked the extra point, and that made it 7-all. Dickinson would score 49 seconds to go second quarter. 59-yard drive, a 27-yard completion. Again, Simonson from Freeze for the touchdown. Ty Nelson the kick. 14-7 Dickinson. That was our halftime score. Then with 10:37 to go in the third quarter, Comets on a 43-yard drive, scoring an 18-yard Isaiah Smith run. Bryson Heck kicked the extra point to tie it at 14. That field position was all thanks to a Laquan Macklin interception and return. Dickinson would get the lead back, 13:41 to play on a 49-yard drive. 3-yard touchdown run for Jackson Simonson. Nelson kicked the extra point, 21-14 Blue Hawks. Comets would tie it with 2:03 to play on a 65-yard drive. They get a 7-yard touchdown run from Moses Nuapa. Heck kicked the extra point, and we're knotted at 21. We would head to overtime. In the first overtime period, the Comets get a 42-yard field goal out of Bryson Heck to take a 3-point lead at 24-21. Dickinson then a 27-yard field goal for Ty Nelson, tied at 24 and went to double overtime. Dickinson would score in the second overtime on a 1-yard run by Simonson. And then it was Adrian Calderon from Jace Freeze for the 2-point conversion, made it 32-24 Blue Hawks. Mayville State then on one play would score. 25-yard strike to Isaiah Smith from Markuson. Nuapa ran in the 2-point conversion, tied it at 32. Then in the third overtime, you're starting with the third overtime, you play for 2-point conversions. Jack Simmers ran it in for the 2-pointer. Comets up 34-32. Blue Hawks passed the end zone going for 2. Incomplete. Mayville State wins it at home against the Blue Hawks, 34-32. We'll take a break as we hear from ChristianCarsOnline.com. All right, back here at Droneberg Field, as Mayville State wins it in 3 overtimes, 34-32. And fans are still out on the field celebrating this one, and why not? What a great day for Comet football.
I think they're going to be celebrating this one for a while. A monumental win for the Comets. Like Rocky said in his post-game comments, none of those losses before to Dickinson State mean anything now. They are 1-0 against the Blue Hawks, and they look to take this into a matchup next week on the road in Valley City.
Let's look at some more numbers as we total everything up. Here's what I had for these two teams today. At halftime, I had Dickinson for 178 in offense. I had Mayville State for 148. In the end, Mayville State outgains Dickinson by my count by just a few yards. For Dickinson today, here's what I had. Jackson Simonson, 23 carries, 69 yards, and a pair of rushing touchdowns. Caleb Riss, 4 carries, 24 yards. Jace Freeze, 4 for 13 yards. Adrian Calderon, a carry of 3 yards. Jackson Wicker, a 1-yard carry. Hudson Grovem, 7 for 10 yards. Passing for the Blue Hawks today. Unofficially, Hudson Grovem 0 for 3. Jace Freeze, 18 for 34. 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Receiving today for the Blue Hawks, Jackson Simonson. Not only did he run for almost 70 yards and had 2 touchdowns on the ground, he caught 7 passes, 93 yards, including 2 touchdowns receiving today. 4 touchdowns all-purpose for Jackson Simonson. Adrian Calderon, 5 catches, 34 yards. Kyle Meineke, a 13-yard reception. Samaj Clark, 4 catches for 46. And Cale Gunlack had a -1 reception. For the Mayville State Comets on the ground, I had Moses Nuapa with 20 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. He also had the 2-point conversion or run in double overtime, which sent this to a third overtime period. Aiden Markuson, the quarterback, kept the ball 11 times for 26 yards. Darnell Green, 4 carries for 18 yards. Isaiah Smith, 7 carries for 2 yards and a touchdown. Blaine Smith, 4 carries, 10 yards. Peyton McGregor, 5 for 38. Jack Simmers, 3 for 5 yards. Plus he had that 2-point conversion run in the third overtime, which ended up being the winning points. Passing for the Comets, Aiden Markuson, 6 for 12. 145 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He connected 3 times with Cameron Spaeth for 104 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Smith, 2 catches, 20 yards and a touchdown, and that included that amazing one-handed catch in double overtime, 25-yarder. And Peyton McGregor, a 21-yard catch. Here's what I had for my numbers. The Blue Hawks, 120 on the ground, 187 in the air, 307 in total offense. Comets, 167 on the ground, 145 in the air, 312 total offense. And the Comets passed for almost as many yards as they ran today. And this is a team that's known for the run, the triple option.
It is, but that also tells you how Rocky Larson and this whole coaching staff trusts that quarterback to make those throws in the times that they need to.
Well, Chris, I don't know what to say other than this is going to be a game that a lot of us are going to remember for a very, very long time. And the Comets improved to 4-2. They go to 1-0 in the Frontier. Dickinson 2-3, and they're now 0-1 in the Frontier. Again, a big congratulations to the Comets players and staff.
I think you said it best right there. The Comets are 1-0 in the Frontier in a league that they just joined this year. Great things are coming for Mayville State, and I can't wait for next Saturday.
Speaking of next Saturday, the Comets will be on the road to Valley City State. They'll play the Vikings, 1 o'clock, 12:30 pregame. Looking forward to talking to Coach Larson at our pregame show as well. As again, the final here at Jerome Berg Field, 34-32, Mayville State defeats Dickinson State in triple overtime. Chris, thanks for being on the broadcast and a big help down the field, along with getting us some interviews as well. I really appreciate it.
You bet. We'll see you, if not next week, in a couple weeks.
You bet. Of course, Comets will be back here at home in a couple weeks, taking on Montana State Northern. But next Saturday, Valley City State is on the calendar in Valley City. We ask you to please patronize our sponsors, or at the very least stop in and thank them. They're the ones who make these sports broadcasts possible on KMAV. From Jerome Berg Field on the campus of Mayville State University. And the final in triple overtime, Mayville State 34, Dickinson State 32. For Chris Larson, I'm Craig Keating. Have a good rest of your weekend.